Good evening, party people, and welcome back to the... If you were thinking in fish just now, you would have heard me say, the bar with an X, but I was underwater for a brief moment, so it might have sounded a little bit weird, but welcome to the underwater bar with an X. You can tell we're underwater, because there are the fishies! And there's bubbles! We're under the water, we're on the sea! Don't ask me where my gills are, I can't find them, and trust me, I checked everywhere before the stream started, and I was beginning to concern my partner. So anyway, this is where we are. You might be wondering why I don't have any ingredients on the bar top right now. If you look at the recipe, you might understand why. Every single one of them is being refrigerated, and at least one of them is currently on ice for very, very good reason. I mean, the vodka is currently on ice because when your spirits are very, very cold, you tend not to taste what's in them. Or when you do taste what's in them, when they have very potent flavors like fish, it's not as potent. It doesn't make you want to gag, where it might otherwise make you gag, all things considered. So somebody on stream on Monday, I want to say it was Theo Vara, it might have been Cole, there are a number of people who get vocal, and I tend to get my wires crossed a little bit. Somebody mentioned a shot of minnows. Somebody mentioned the fish from our Thankmas activities last week, and I had the devilish idea of trying to figure out, I see those cheers there. I see those cheers there, Disney Queen.
I'm third!
They're third. There she is. She's third. She's under the sea. Those bits mean nothing.
Why?
When you're under the sea. Because we deal in coral around here. That's the cash, the currency. In any case, so it was brought to my attention that a minnow shot is a thing where you take quite literally a live minnow fish and put it into liquor, and that felt like animal cruelty to me. That minnow didn't ask to be alive. That minnow didn't ask to be drowned and asphyxiated inside of liquor, let alone consumed by my gullet. So I did not go that route. Instead, I picked the next best thing. Hold for a moment. Let me go collect my ingredients. There goes my pen. My enzyme. There we go, there we go. Biddies! More biddies, more biddies! We acknowledge the biddies! That's what you get for paying to be on this stream, dearest. In any case, it's fair. So let's see, let me arrange these in a little fashion here. I've got 3 different types of canned fish, and chat wants me to put them in martinis. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put them all in martinis. To everybody who popped in here early, I see Ari on the YouTube vertical side. I saw Jolie popping in early as well on the YouTube side. Upper Diamond, 80 the Beat, Cole Menez as well, Disney Queen to boot. Hello everybody, welcome back to the bar with an X. I've got fish for you. I've got fishy dealings in over here, you know? I see Annie saying still having issues. No, there's no issues over here. No issues. Not since, well, the mouse is having issues. The thing that I spilled the fishy martini on the first time, that thing no longer works. Don't worry, I have put plastic wrap on top of my new stream deck, which lays beneath the bar in the most precarious place that I could possibly think of putting it. Right below the splash zone. So, there we go, there we go. Oh, and Annie's saying not me, it's all on Diamond. Diamond was saying, was clearing notifications, then got booted to vertical chat. Come on back to horizontal chat. We miss you here. I've never seen a vertical fish tank, and I want to say that there's a certain analogy there of us being all in the fish tank together, all sipping upon the wonderful spirits that the ocean has to offer the wonderful spirits that the ocean has to offer to us. But yeah, I don't got that there. I see Cole Menez specifically pointing out that, hey, I see our rum there. One of the things that I'll mention to y'all before we get into this fishy business here is I wanted to bring the community together a little bit. I will not be streaming here at the Bar with an X on December 25th, aka Xmas or Christmas. Xmas feels appropriate. That's, see the big X there and the little X there and the X on the bar. It's a whole joke around here. It might not make sense to you, but stick around for a little while and you'll see that joke get beaten till it's deep underwater.
It doesn't go away.
It doesn't go away, it never does. This is a little bottle of rum that I got here, something that's currently unspiced. It's just a dark rum, and my community and I are coming up with different spices to put inside of the rum to make it spiced, because I realize I don't have a good spiced rum here on the stream that I really feel like using on the regular. I've got some Kraken, I've had Captain Morgan around here before, but I've never actually made my own spiced rum. So if you're interested in being a part of the Xmas 24 spiced rum mix, pop in our Discord, and you can make a little, make a little suggestion there. I do have a command specifically for it on the Twitch side too. It's !rum. Make it easy for you, and should send you right into our Discord server where you can go find it there if you want to. No pressure. If you want to be a part of the stuff that happens, we're putting more and more things there every single day, specifically to entice you to join yet another Discord server. This one's got alcohol, but you have to bring it yourself. I provide the recipes. In any case, I'm seeing 80 the Beat also popping in saying, Cameron, it's actually canon that Shadow the Hedgehog and Amy from the Sonic series went to a Sabrina Carpenter content. It's true! It's true, they did! I watched the interview where they confirmed that, and I was like, this is so beautiful. In any case, so what I'm doing today is I'm going to make 3 separate fishy martinis. We're going to be having an anchovy and olive oil fishy martini, a sardines in water brine martini, as well as a wild herring and wine sauce martini, which is similar to the thing that we did last week during our charity stream. When I went to the store, I couldn't get everything in a consistent base solution. Not everything came in wine sauce, not everything came in water, and not everything came in oil. So there are going to be some differences here aside from the fish that are being used. The anchovies are in olive oil, the sardines are in water, aka a salted brine, and then the herring is in this thing of wine sauce here. So they're all going to be different in different ways, but I wanted to do a side-by-side comparison because I'm not putting a live fish in my mouth. Not for free, at least. We'll get to those details at significantly another time. I'm seeing Cole saying, join, do it, you'll have a blast. Just specifically in reference to our Discord server over there. I see Diamond saying too, last night we celebrated your aunt's birthday at a small restaurant called the Tipsy Chef. You should see how big the pepper grinder is. Was it giant? I've seen pepper grinders that seem to be like the size of this keyblade back here, which is, by the way, like more than half my size. I'm not a large individual by any standard, by the way. In any case, let me go grab some. Let me grab the other ingredients that I need for these. Every single one of these martinis is going to get 1.5 ounces of ice cold vodka. Each one of these will also get 3/4 ounce of dry vermouth. And then the other one, each of them are also going to get 1/2 ounce of one of the fishy solutions that I have. If I have 1/2 ounce of all of them. If not, I guess we'll just see what I can get out of this anchovy container specifically. What did I want? What do you mean? And it was undoing packages. They're the little containers. You put tea in them. They're tea. They're tea bags. You can reseal them, and there's a little window on the inside to see what tea's on the inside. I'm working on Christmas presents. Thank you, my dearest. Let's go grab our other ingredients. I need... Each one of these gets 1.5 ounces of ice cold vodka. By the way, I'm also chilling 3 martini glasses, and I will not be taking them out until I'm done stirring everything. Every one of these gets 3/4 ounce of dry vermouth. I'm using Noilly Prat. And then they all get 1/2 ounce of their corresponding brine or equivalents. These also all get stirred, by the way. There we go. And here's 3 stirring glasses. We can stir them hopefully all at the same time. That is the idea. I have to make sure that I label these so that I don't lose track of which one's which, because we try to do things scientifically around here, otherwise people get confused. To Emilio Lizardy popping in saying hi, hello there, welcome to the bar with the next, and Nick Thornis also saying, is that herring? Yes. Yes. And that's the anchovy, and that's the sardine. Actually, yeah, this is the anchovy. Anchovies are the smallest, sardines are the next largest, and then herrings up on the top. I tried to make the sizes all comparison. These fishes are not to scale, but these cocktails most certainly are. So what we're gonna do is separate, measure out all of our ingredients here, and get cracking. Like I mentioned, every single one of these is going into a chilled martini glass. They are currently in the freezer right now. They're all gonna get garnished with one of the fishes skewered on the things. And of course, for the sake of science, I will be testing all of the ingredients individually. Otherwise, it really wouldn't be much of a comparison now, would it be? As things kind of get all up in each other's grubs, krill, school, fish jokes. It's funny around here. I see Annie saying, could you ferment them? Maybe? I think technically if you add sugar to any of these and just let them sit, like, they will ferment eventually, but that is not something that I'm comfortable doing. I don't want to kill myself by accident, because that would be shocking. All right. Let's start off with our tamest ingredients, vodka. I got this bottle of Ketel 1 that's been currently sitting in my freezer, and I wouldn't want it any other way. Let's add our vodka. Go. Now you could do this with gin as well, as some martinis are made. I opted for vodka this time because I have a vast array of vodkas. I have a lot of it, and I don't really want to take all my good gin and use it on fish. If one of these tastes really, really good in the side-by-side comparison, maybe we do a gin martini with one of them and see what happens. I don't know. We'll let science decide. I'm seeing Cole saying, hey Cam, at the end, could all of them be mixed together? I will do, if you remind me, a pipette of all of them together just to see what happens. I know I saw Cole in our Discord server asking why not put all the fishes together, and I do have a reason for why I'm doing them separately. I want to try to get a base control for each of these martinis, and I have faith in myself that I can basically make them identical to each other, aside from the ingredients that I put inside of them. Notice I haven't put any ice in here just yet. That's a factor that is a variable that could be different depending on how much ice I put in there, how technically tempered each of the ice cubes are. We're going to save all of that toward the end, and try to keep this as consistent as possible, all things considered. Next, I'm going to add 3/4 of an ounce of our dry vermouth, which has been in my refrigerator. Keeping chilled. Keeping very, very chilled. Chill dude indeed. Chill dog, says Anna. Anna, how are you doing over there? Excellent! Anna got her energy drink. Want to use it in a cocktail? That's pretty cool. Did they just deliver it now? That's funny. And I got my tea bags too, working on some Christmas presents using some of the scraps that I've made throughout the duration of these streams. I've dried anywhere from orange peels to apple skins to dragon fruit hide, and I wanted to share a little bit of that with my family and close friends. That's what they're getting. Little custom tea blend. What I...
Say that on live?
Oh, I doubt any of them are out there. Uh-oh! She got me on that one. What you just saw me put inside of this vermouth bottle is a bottle of inert gas. It's got nitrogen in it, it's got carbon dioxide in it, it's got argon in it. It's supposed to prevent the oxidation of what's in the rest of this bottle. And if you keep this refrigerated and put some gas on top of it, your vermouth will stay good for a pretty long time. Nice vermouth. Keep good long time. Here under the sea. That's what we do. I'm seeing Cole saying, I'll do my best to remember. Thank you for that. And Annie saying, dry. Looks pretty liquid vermouth to me. Yeah, we're under the sea here. Nothing's dry here. We can try our best. In any case, inside of all of my containers, I now have my dry vermouth, and I've got my vodka. It is cold for now. It's currently getting warmer. Let's add our other ingredients. First, what I'll do, and I'll label these as such, we'll do the herring with an H. We've got the sardines with an S, and we've got anchovies with an A. Only the S is backwards from your perspective, because I think the A and the H are all good on either side. So what I will also do, as I'm going through these containers, is I will skewer a piece of fish for each of these, and I'm going to put them on a little plate over here and keep them in the refrigerator for when I'm ready to garnish these things. We tend to prepare our garnishes ahead of time, so we can just plop them on the drink and serve them to whoever wants to drink them after the fact, if anybody would want to drink any of these drinks, as fast as possible, so they get all the good flavors right up front. That is indeed the idea. So for my herring, I'll take a piece of my herring, stab it. Oh man, I got 2 of them in there. Hello there. There's also bits of onion in here. I'm gonna try to make sure that I kind of get a side angle on this so it's nice and... There we go. Save a piece of herring for later. Ew, thank you, dearest.
Sorry.
Oh, yeah, don't yuck people's yums. That's not what we do. I'm going to use a strainer to try to get only the liquid out of this and pour out a ½ an ounce of this. Let's see, I'm gonna try to do so from behind my glassware over here and see if I can... Actually, I need a little bit more space. Yeah, I want the liquid. We're using the brine.
Oh, for each of them?
Yep.
One of these is gonna have like cold milk?
Yep. One's got water brine, one's got wine sauce brine, one's got olive oil brine. That is the idea. As consistent as possible, and with as little chunk as we can muster, because the last time I tried to strain one of these things out the other side, it was very goopy, and it took a while to strain, and I didn't get everything that I wanted from it. I'm seeing Nick saying, I'll take 2, please. It's good. Which one? The herring one? That's for you. I'm seeing Cole saying, like my catastrophe. Indeed, throwback to that. And I see Diamond saying, I don't know if you know this, but Blendirks is my most used emote of the year. Blendirks is proud of you, and for such, I will rip out only his head and showcase the underside to you. More Blendirks cocktails. More Blendirks. In one of these, let's add a ½ an ounce of wine sauce that herring has been sitting in.
Was that the H1?
What's that? What do you mean aged? H, yes, H is for herring. Wild herring. It's on this side of the glass.
Oh.
Sometimes my partners gets a little inquisitive to what's going on around here, but I bet she won't taste them. No, she won't. She's not feeling that tonight. That's why I brought the antacids upstairs, just in case. Let's go for our sardines. Canned beans. Hello there. Oh. Alright, I'm gonna make sure I don't get this spilled everywhere. I see Tony popping in saying, anchovies in a drink? Oh, just wait. My goodness gracious! Here comes an ill warning, everyone. Here's the ill warning. I'm about to show you this. Oh yeah, you came here. Steel City popping in, what's good? Ill warning. Here comes the fish. Oh yes. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh my gosh, and you didn't even have to pay me for this one. I'm just doing this because I want to. Let's make sure we get our garnish. Got these large skewers. These are very large sardines, by the way. I didn't think that there were going to be so many of them. Oh my goodness gracious. Can I get one from the tail? Can I do that? They're just falling apart. Oh, chat, they're falling. Oh, chat, they're falling apart. Oh, goodness gracious. I will not show this on camera. I think this would very quickly get me banned. Let's stab it. Stab it, go for it. Come on, Deans. Come on, Deans. There we go. Okay, here we go. Getting the things. There we go. I got one. Now I just gotta skewer it from the side to make a nice looking garnish. Trying my best. I'm trying to replace this fish's skeleton with my skewer. Oh, it completely fell off. Prepare some for garnish later. I don't know if this is gonna stick around, so I'm just gonna put it down and hope for the best. The Deans are not being nice to me. I see Steel saying, nasty, hate fish. Are the fish raw? No, they're in cans, silly. I actually kind of like sardines. I don't know if I like anchovies yet, but, yeah. That's not the worst thing I've ever had. Tony asks, are you expecting this cocktail to taste good, or is it for charity still? No, this is not for charity. I'm just doing this to satisfy my own sixth sense of curiosity. And because somebody came up with an idea and we're going under the seat tonight, and will do most things for the bit. The bit is good. Now, I don't want to contaminate these flavors, so I'm going to wash out this measuring majigger just a little bit, just so I don't get any of the herring sauce in there. All right. Death25 saying, what did I just join? Probably the weirdest cocktail stream you'll see in quite a while. Welcome in, Death. Wait a minute. That feels like an omen. I'm gonna strain out the anchovy juice now. Oh, sorry. I'm gonna strain out the sardine juice now. I need half an ounce of this. There we go. Trying to be careful here. Trying not to contaminate my other drinks. Canned beans and a cocktail. Half an ounce of sardine brine. That's very cloudy. Wowza. It's gonna be wild. I see Steel City redeeming Eat It. Oh, I'm drinking water for this one. Consumption is water this time. I see Annie saying too, shout out to the stream deck. It's got plastic wrap over top of it. I will not kill this baby. I literally just got it. It was a gift from my mods to me. Cole saying, imagine if you poured it into the wrong glass. If I did, I would restart the whole thing over again because I'm a man of my word. Death being like needs clam juice. I did consider, because the idea came to me from one of our YouTube chatters who said minnow shot or oyster, and I did see oyster at the store. I did. Good to see you, kid. Welcome back to the bar with an X. But I thought about it, like, do I do the oyster shot instead? And I was like, you know what? I've got the wild herring. I'm gonna go for other brines. This is the idea that I had. And I'm very curious, actually, to see how good these are compared to each other. Which one's the best? I'm very curious of that. Anyways. Watch this out again. Next, we're going for our anchovies. And yes, I will absolutely be showing y'all what this looks like as well. So, brace yourself. That's a crack. Peel it back. Oh, they're so tiny! It's so tiny! Here comes the cringe, chat. Look at that, they're so tiny! Such tiny little fishies! Precious! That's so cute! I'm gonna put one of these in my mouth! That's like perfect for a pickleback. See, I'm not the only person who's crazy around here. Do you like a pickleback, Death? I feel like if anybody's gonna appreciate a pickleback, it's gonna be Death. Like the concept of death and the thing that happens to us all at the end of our lives. You know, but guy can drink. Let's get another stream, another filter, and strain out some anchovy juice. This is olive oil, by the way. This is not gonna mix like our other ingredients. And I might not even have a full half an ounce. There we go. I have just enough. I have just enough of the anchovy juice. Pretty good. And don't forget our garnish. I'm gonna grab one of these chovies. Give it a nice stab. Might be able to get a nice one. Yeah, these ones are actually holding their form. I can get a good one out of this. I'm just gonna kind of like weave it together. There we go. There we go. That's a solid. That's a solid garnish, wouldn't you say? There we go. Now what I'm gonna do... actually, I'll wait until after I pour it. This last one gets anchovy brine, which happens to be olive oil. That's what I had at my store. This one doesn't mix like the other ones do, but hey, we're here. It's mighty salty. Mighty salty indeed. Any case, I'm seeing Steel saying it sounds like you're talking to a baby. What baby am I feeding fish to, Steel? If so, tell them to stay far away. This is a bar. We serve alcohol here. I'm seeing Death saying, Jameson pickleback with the boys is staple of the weekend. There we go. I like the mentality there. Cole saying, my sister did it for $10. Ate 5 to 6 for a dude's wallet worth of cash. Dude, that's worth it. I'm doing it basically for free. Tony's saying it's going to be a layered drink. It's going to be a semi-fat wash drink. The oils are not really going to mix very well. If you were doing an oil wash thing, you might want to shake this instead to get a little bit of a suspension going. We work with what we have. I'm going to take my garnishes and briefly refrigerate them just to keep them fresh. Actually, I'll briefly freeze them to keep them real fresh. Very fresh. Oh, extremely. Well, the fish tend to be served on ice. Oh my gosh. I also see an ad break wanting to creep up over here. We're gonna snooze that for a little bit. I'm not quite ready to let y'all go just yet. Add ice to all of our glasses. Hand flavored, so we say. That splashed a little bit. Boy. And then for the last one. Don't splash. Thank you for not splashing. Appreciate that. And we'll stir them all simultaneously. Or at least try our best to. Put this in my freezer. Don't lose my garnish. Now, I did mention earlier, I have 3 martini glasses that are all in my freezer right now. It's going to keep things nice and cold. The garnishes are also in the freezer now to keep them nice and fresh. And then right after I pour them all out, we'll serve them all more or less side by side. I'm going to take these little fishies and I'm going to put them over here just so they can watch. They can watch. Let's grab some stirring spoons. One for each of them. Let's see if I can stir 3 cocktails at once. I don't know if I can, to be honest. No, I really can't. I'll do my best, though. I'm gonna do my best. To be fair, I've never tried this before, and it's not working very well. So instead, I'm gonna do 2 simultaneously and then swap back and forth. That'll be easy. I'm seeing Death saying tiny bit of egg yolk to emulsify. Maybe you could, but then I'd break the congruency between my other drinks. Granted, it's broken already because one's got oil, one's got water, and one's got wine sauce. If I could find them all in brine, it'd be a better comparison. But again, here we are. I see Tony asking, out of curiosity, is anybody in chat trying this too? I mean, if you've got it, might as well give it a try. Get in there. I see Cole saying, do each for 15 seconds, but then as I'm talking for the other ones, they wouldn't be as consistent. When it comes to stirring, there's a certain level of equilibrium that you get when your liquid is the same temperature as your ice, and it will only chill and dilute so much. It doesn't really matter how much ice you use, so long as you use big enough ice, but not too big ice. If you use really, really large pieces of ice, it will, you know, as could be expected, chill and dilute slower, but it will get to around the same level of dilution whether you use like medium-sized cubes. If you have tiny little ice shards, all of it is going to melt. You're going to have a wild level of dilution, and it's just inconsistent. And at that point, you might as well be shaking. I guess, but you don't add it in the aeration. There's a technique to be had here, probably. I'm seeing Annie saying that instead of these drinks, you're having popcorn dinner. Does it count as a girl dinner if you have perfectly good leftovers in the fridge? I don't think so. Unless your dinner... I don't know, why don't you search it? That's girl math dinner. I don't know, Tony says yeah, especially if you have better food on hand. And I do notice out of this anchovy one, we're getting a slight emulsion here. But the bubbles are still very much going up to the top. Nothing we can do about that for now, without breaking the congruency that we're trying to preserve. Death says, I think it's thoroughly mixed and gross by this point. I tend to over-stir for things like this, because the one issue that we see in a lot of cocktails is when they're not stirred enough, meaning it's not cold enough, it's not diluted enough. And I think with cursed drinks like this, I try to over-stir a little bit, just to make sure. Again, if you're using like really large cubes or medium-sized cubes too, it's hard to over-stir things unless you are, you know, talking while you're pouring things over top of your non-tempered ice, or whether you're leaving it to sit out to come up to room temperature. So long as we're keeping things more or less moving, we should be okay. In any case. Death's like the watering down strat. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. In any case. I see Jared Turner popping in saying, what's the grossest drink you've made? It's gonna be one of these three. It is definitely going to be one of these three. What was it before this? The one I made last week. Let me test these. Bracingly cold. That's going to be weird. Oh, that's already really weird. Are you cold enough yet? Yep, you're cold enough. Ah, it's kind of weird too. Yep, I'm going to try them all, dearest. The internet. That one actually tastes the best so far. That's the herring, by the way. I think that's just the one that I'm used to. All right, let's bring the cocktail angle over. Let's prepare. Let's see. Turn this back a little bit. I'll adjust my angle a little bit so we can all see what's happening over here. I'm gonna take these off to the side, relabel my glasses as well. Make sure to clean up my bar after the fact for this desecration of God's green earth. You got 3 chilled martini glasses. 3 chilled martini glasses. Let's try to set them all up, shall we? Try to set them all up. Let me bring them all into the angle. You can all see what's going on here. Try our bestest to adjust the cocktail angle. There we go. Little bit. I see Death saying, thanking God we don't have smell-o-vision yet. Not yet. Almost there. Let's see. We got 3 little cocktails, 3 little martini glasses. That's a pretty solid angle. Let me move them back a little bit so y'all can see what's happening here. A little bit of all of them. There we go. I respect my folks on the vertical. I will not let you suffer. All right, let's bring in our garnishes. Herring will be in the front. Anchovies in the back. It's kind of falling apart. And sardines on the other side. Let's strain them in order, as best as we can. Herring. Let's do anchovies. Anchovies were the big ones, right? No, anchovies were the tiny ones. This is anchovies. Small in the back. It's got the oil over top of it, too, because it was olive oil. I'll give you all a top angle, too, because some of this looks gross from the top. And then we got the last one. Sardines. Just looking mighty, mighty opaque. Very opaque. My goodness gracious. Here comes an overtop angle. I got you all. Tony's like, this looks like a science experiment. Welcome to the bar with an X. We've got the herring and wine sauce. This is the wine sauce. We've got the anchovies in olive oil. This is the olive oil. And we've got the sardines in water brine. This is the brine, I guess. Oh man, these are our cocktails. I have 3 very fishy martinis, and they all look completely different from each other. I know exactly which each one is, so I'm gonna go for my favorite one first. Theovara, welcome in. Shirley, bro, I just got here. 3 little fishies swimming around. What do they find? Each a martini of their own. That's my attempt at a martini. I'm not making any more effort than that. Let's go with the herring wine sauce martini. Honestly, it's very light on flavor. There is a slight brininess to it, but the vermouth is really up front, and it tastes really, really watered down. There's not much fish flavor there except for what's kind of laying on my tongue. Not very crazy. Not a very crazy flavor. Nothing that I'm not used to already. Let's go for the, what was it? This is the sardines? Yeah, this is the sardines. The Sardini Teeny. Oh, that is briny. Oh. Oh my gosh. I say it almost tastes like vinegar, but there is none in it. It's very salty. But not too salty. After that first hit, it's very intense on flavor. As soon as it hits my palate, it's actually not super fishy compared to the herring. The herring, there's a fishiness in the back, but there is a fishiness. For this, it's mostly briny. Mostly salty. Make sure I clean my palate between sips. I think the water tastes better, actually. The water, very, very tasty. And now I have what is currently... Chat, I gotta show you this again. The oil is just combining together. This separation was not what I was anticipating. Although this is what happens when you mix oil and water together. Like, that's exactly what it looks like. And now we got the anchovy teeny. That one tastes the most like the dry vermouth. But it tastes like the dry... It's bitter in a way. It almost tastes like the can that it was sitting in. And I think it's just because there's not as much flavor being, like, brought over from the olive oil. Honestly, I think that's the most pleasant one of all, aside from, like, the oily texture. Let's do a run-through. All the way back around. I know we have an ad starting in a minute on the Twitch side. I'm gonna snooze that one more time. I don't want y'all to miss a piece of this. Going for seconds. Herring. Fishy. Really fishy compared to the other two. Light notes of the dry vermouth. A lot of it's getting lost, though. But you can tell that there's something in there, and it might have seen, like, a hatchery at some point. We got the sardines again. Smells very sardine forward. Very briny. That is the saltiest one of the bunch. Still some herbal notes from the dry vermouth. And a nice kick from the vodka. But, like, salty compared to the other two. And finally this one, which is mostly oil on top of cocktail anyways. I'm gonna try to get a little bit of the oil in there. Yeah, it's weird. Oh man, it's weird. Yeah, I got a lot of oil this time. That's some really funky oil. I like the texture though. Very smooth. It's almost like sipping olive oil. Cause it's literally olive oil. If I had to pick a favorite, because I have to pick a favorite, because that's what I'll be sipping on during tonight's stream, and I'm putting the other ones in the freezer and hopefully never seeing them again. if my partner is laughing in the background. I think it's gonna be this one. Now I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna play the game. I'm gonna play the game right. All of these are gonna get warmer. Whichever one I pick is gonna get warmer, and I want the one that I'm used to. So I'm going with the herring. But not before trying every single one of the garnishes. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. Ah, I see. There we go. I think I put the wrong garnishes in them. This is the herring? Or was this one the herring? Which one was each? Wait a minute. This one's cloudy. What did this one say? This one said S for sardine. S for sardine. That is the sardine. Oh, I was sipping on the sardine one first. Okay. So no way. I like the sardine one the best. Or maybe I swapped them. I think I might have just swapped them around. No, yeah. The herring is very briny. The sardine, I was giving the correct notes, but with the wrong labels. It's the anchovy one that is super... No, not anchovy. It's a sardine. God damn it. The sardine one is very light on flavor. The herring one is very briny. And the anchovy one is just oily and weird. Wild. I'm seeing Theovara trying to save me, saying, don't do it, man, if you don't like it. There's something that I kind of appreciate about all of these, and for the sake of mixology, I'll do anything at least once. I am curious to see what happens if I eat the... Was it the sardines? I'm getting myself mixed up. It's literally falling apart. Get out of here. Yeah, the sardines are very light on flavor. Super light on flavor. The herring... Salty. Very salty. A wine quality to it. Like almost a sweet wine. Almost a sweet wine. And then the anchovies. Very tough and very salty. Super salty. But that saltiness does not transfer into the cocktail almost at all. This was very weird. Thank you all for coming. I see Tony asking, would you ever make this again for yourself, like purely for pleasure? No. Although I might try to improve upon this someday. Like, there are some qualities here. Like, what I've learned from this so far is there is some flavor transferences that happen when you use the olive oil. Like, if we fat washed the vodka with the anchovy olive oil, this might be a completely different cocktail than what it was. If you were to take this and basically shake it around and freeze it, that olive oil is going to collect on top and you can separate it and it will change the texture of the vodka. That would be a better way of doing this going forward if you want to conserve that olive oil quality, as well as some of the flavors that the anchovies are steeping into the olive oil were you to do this again. For the herring one, it's very potent on flavor, but it's still kind of balanced in a way. And I don't think that I would change this very much, aside from maybe dialing it back on the wine sauce just a little bit to get more of the vermouth notes. And if I were to use this with gin instead, to add gin to this, because there is some space where it seems like the flavors from the gin, the more herbal notes, the juniper notes too, might be able to come forward a bit. On the sardine side, this is actually very, very low on flavor. So I might actually be inclined to add more of the, the sardine water the next time around if I wanted to balance these out further. But for the purposes of, excuse me, trying these all side by side, I learned a thing or two. That ain't too bad. So I'm gonna stick with the sardine one for our playthrough this evening. I'm not gonna waste these things just yet. It might taste rather different when these things were chilled more and more and more. So I will take these other martinis. I'm gonna keep them in my freezer. I'm gonna try to close these cans up as best as I can and clean them up after the fact. Maybe add a little bit of snack later. But for the sake of science. And if I do manage to finish this one, I technically have two others. But by the point that we get to that point in the stream, I might just ask somebody for a suggestion that doesn't involve fish. And I hope somebody comes to my rescue. I'm seeing Theovara saying, if it's seafood again, shrimp cocktail. See, shrimp cocktail, we had the idea of oysters. We have shrimp. Yeah, we do have shrimp. I don't want to do shrimp right now. No shrimp. No more fish, please. No more fish. That's fishy enough for one stream. I will say that I take cocktail requests, and if you really, really want to see me put weird things in my mouth, that's why we have That's why we have suggestions. I'll put these in my freezer. Why? So that they get really, really cold naturally. Like really, really cold. Like supremely cold. And so that I might, you know, conveniently forget about them. Who knows? The olive oil, actually, what we'll do is the one with the olive oil on it, if this sits in the freezer, the olive oil will solidify up on top, and we might be able to try it without the olive oil later on in the stream. Only if someone reminds me. No, you do not have to. And I want to mention, too, that Cole asked earlier, I remember now, can we put a little bit of all of them together? I only just remembered, so, no. I know, so rude as I. Tony's like, Boulevardier time? Could very well be time for a Boulevardier to recover from this madness! Yeah, there's an ad running on Twitch. Thank you everybody so much for supporting the bar with the next. I'm gonna click this run ads button and see if it works on YouTube. It probably doesn't. Hasn't worked a single time in the past. Did you know that the Sardines... You just got an ad on YouTube? Really? Wait, really? Seriously? But no, but you just got an ad, you said, right? Did you really? Did that work? Is anybody else getting ads right now? That didn't work on Monday.
Try it again, try it again.
Wait, did you get an ad? I don't click the button again. This is for experimentation. Click button. My wife is gaslighting me. She's like, you just made money. No way, I'm supporting my family. I am a functioning member of society. Say it with me, chat. I am a functioning member of society. I tried.
Very proud of you.
I'm trying to put my things in here in such a way that I won't hate myself later when I spill them. Take the herring.
By accident.
Totally by accident, too. Oh my god. Don't spill on your stream deck, Cameron. Don't try. I won't do it. I will not spill it on my stream deck unless you give me exactly enough money to purchase a new stream deck, which is like $200 to $300. My chat's love me. Killer 007 popping back in saying, A with the 2 Ys. I raise you A, but with 3 of them. Take that, Killer. I got you. Image out, welcome in. Tony saying no ad. Yeah, okay. Well, I got this stream deck of mine, and for a moment I was wondering whether or not, because I think there's a setting for anybody else who has an Elgato stream deck, there's a setting for your YouTube ads where you can choose specifically which live stream to run the ad on, and there's a latest option, and like technically these 2 lives are happening simultaneously, so I've never checked to see whether or not if I run an ad on the latest stream, whether or not it goes to both of them or only one of them. So I put in 2 separately. I tried to play around with the settings and it really didn't work very well. It's okay, it's okay. I'm not trying to monetize stuff on YouTube right now, just kind of playing around for a little bit. We're still kind of new to the YouTube streaming space, so if you do have any feedback on your YouTube live streaming experience here on the CameroxnWithAnX channel at the bar of the next, please feel free to be vocal about it. Because, unlike those of you who just click the dislike button and run away, I can't work with that! I'm not gonna get aggressive. I'm definitely not just taking out my potential discomfort from the fish cocktails. 3 fishy cocktails. I did pick a favorite. For everybody coming back from the ads, I did pick a favorite, and it's the one whose garnish cannot be found anymore. And it's the beans. It's the canned beans. The canned beans are the winner. Sardines, Anchovies, herring. The sardines are the winner. Now let's play a video game, shall we? Because I'm kind of done with this. I'm kind of done with it. There we go. Check that out. I can do all my own commands now because of my streamer deck. Isn't that cool? I think I'm pretty cool, all things considered. Welcome back to Kingdom Hearts, ladies, gentlemen, those who fall in between or beyond. My name's CameroxnWithAnX. I've got fish in my cocktail. Cole says, I've returned! I had to do some stuff. What did I miss? Nothing. I picked a favorite. It's the Deans! I like the Deans. Meaningless Whaler says, something stupid and uninspiring. How dumb. Get out of here. Get out of here. That's okay. Death says there are no winners here. I mean, technically when Death's involved, we're all winners. in the end. Except for homunculi and other immortals, in which case, welcome to the bar with an X. Please tell me your secrets.
He may not look like it, but Sebastian is an ocean core musician.
Uh-huh. Hey, bud. Did you know that I just consumed your friends in liquid form? Yeah. They're dead. Everyone's a winner under the sea. Sebastian, what do you got?
Remember, feel the rhythm with your body.
Okay. Take part in the musical? Yeah! I'm good enough. I'm the alpha fish. I've consumed at least one of you today. A really small one of you. Still at least one of you. Let's make it happen. Killer says, make a surströmming cocktail. If I did get access, I actually did after the charity stream, because somebody did redeem surströmming as an ingredient. I couldn't find it. I couldn't find any fermented fish, Killer. I went and called 4 different places that sold fish in the city. Not a single one of them had surströmming. Not a single one of them had fermented fish. And 3 of them said, what the heck is fermented fish? Which confused me even further. But the weekend after the charity stream, I was walking around, I think the southern part of Philadelphia, and I found a shop that had a fish on it. And I walked inside and I saw fish. And I walked up to them and I said, have you heard of fermented fish before? Do you sell it? And they said, no, but I could ask about ordering some. And I was like, I will be in touch. And I walked out because I had other things that I needed to do. So, keep reminding me about surströmming. I'm a man of my word. And I like to play with fire. Here goes nothing. Let's dance. A musical challenge. Receive a note for each excellent scored. Have 1 or more notes by the end to pass. Press A when the gauge is about to run out to get a high score. Excellent, good, and bad performances don't earn notes. A note will disappear with every bad performance. Press the hamburger button to quit during the song. I will never. I won't do it. I see Tony saying, can you make a red seal Shimoda? I don't know what that is. Do you have a recipe, Tony? Because if you do, I could. I'd have to know what's in it. Krabs reminding me not to pause. I learned that last time. Thank you for reminding me, Krabs. Image saying too, please don't actually break your fins. I might. And Death saying too, I was Sebastian once upon a time, and I thought you were talking to me for a second. Oh, that's hilarious. I assure you, anybody out there named Sebastian, I don't mean you specifically. I wouldn't do that to you. Unless. Tony's asking, do you want the recipe in chat or in Discord? Bring it into chat over here. So I can take a look at it. If I've got the ingredients, I'll go for it.
Watch the stage now. How exciting!
This is actually not that difficult.
Yeah, that's it, man.
You know, I played Kingdom Hearts 2 with my dearest when we were still high school students, and like, to be honest, I do remember this song.
And if you can't reach the target, use magic.
I can use magic? Wait, I can use magic? Oh, I understand. I have little notes that are appearing in the top left corner. The other side to where I am right now. This ain't too bad. There are a lot of notes, though.
What about the bubbles?
Where are the bubbles? I wrote them on my board. We're fine. There we go. Easy. Krabs is saying Under the Sea. It's copyright music. This isn't Under the Sea. I bet this one will be just fine. Honestly, during last stream, I thought we were gonna get copyright stricken for the Pirates of the Caribbean stuff, but we were just fine. There was nothing wrong with it. Went by without a hitch, except on Twitch, because Twitch is weird. In my head, if you are a platform that has games with copyrighted music, why are you copyright striking your streamers who are literally just playing the game? Granted, sometimes I have the music in the background while I'm out in my bar and doing literally not playing the game, so I understand. But like, what about for everybody else? Join in the song, musical for everyone to have a lot of finny fun. Sips on the fish cocktail. Oh, it's getting weirder now as it gets warmer. Ooh.
Sora, you were amazing.
Still very light on flavor. I appreciate those vermouth notes. I'm curious to see how this would be with a different vermouth. I ran out of the Martini and Rossi that I had, but I did have quite a bit of the Noilly Prat left, so. What's up, Triton? My boy with the nippies.
Your Majesty, we have visitors.
Yeah, one of them sipping on a fish. How do you feel about that?
I certainly hope there hasn't been a need to use that keyblade of yours.
No, I've just been using this martini glass. Want to know what for, Triton?
Not heartless inside.
Go ahead. Count your populace.
Your Majesty, our guests, they want to sing in the musical.
They'll be singing in the musical, all right.
Like a splendid idea.
Swimming with the fishes, singing with the fishes, right in my martini glass.
We may need your
Yes,
help
Triton.
after all.
This is a threat to your
see,
kingdom.
I'm afraid
How do you respond?
Ariel's still infatuated with the human world.
Man, he's got bigger
A busy
problems,
rehearsal
like a daughter.
schedule might be just the thing she needs to stop thinking about life
Children, am I
on
right?
the surface.
I don't have any yet. One day, though. I'm seeing Tony with a recipe for, I can't remember what it was called, Red Seal Shimoda, saying Suntory Toki whiskey, pomegranate juice, ruby port, lemon juice, honey green tea salt, matcha powder, and dried mushrooms. Run a slice of lemon around the rim of the glass, dip it in the green tea salt, combine with other ingredients. I don't quite have all of those ingredients. I'm trying to think, if I were to approximate that in such a way. I could very well do like matcha powder and tea, like matcha powder and sea salt, and do a rim with that. I could do that. I could swap that out. I don't know if I have any pomegranate juice left. Dearest, do you happen to know if we have pomegranate juice downstairs? I know I did keep pomegranate juice around for a while for the grenadine that I had, which, by the way, was
That girl's acting strange again.
it went bad because apparently I didn't have a high enough sugar ratio in there. So that was a whole bottle of grenadine down the drain. But hey, that's me.
Come on, we gotta keep rehearsing.
Death being like, when the Pirates theme song comes up on my playlist, I can't help but want to broadside incoming traffic. I mean,
Oh, Ariel!
Death,
I've got an idea, Sebastian.
your name
You do?
seems to be, you know.
I know how to cheer
I just read Tony's message already. Crab saying Kingdom Hearts 4 be the High School Musical world, only singing level. There's a High School Musical world in Kingdom... Oh, Kingdom Hearts 4 hasn't come out yet. All right, yeah, I see what you did there. Over here! I found somebody sipping on a cocktail that seems to smell like my brother. Who, me? See? I told you. Oh my god, what is that? Oh no! This must be from the human world. I found it after the storm. I bet it's from a shipwreck. Don't you think Ariel's gonna love it? I mean, it looks like a human, but does it feel like a human? Humans are significantly more squishy than that statue appears to be. But give it time, it'll crumble. That's how erosion works. But if the Sea King finds out about this... Come on, help me move it. I mean, Sora, do you not see that, like, the rock that the statue... Oh, we're moving the rock, I see. I thought you were gonna move the statue, and then the rock would just come crumbling down and crush everybody underneath. It's no use, says Sora. Wink. Cole's like, look everybody, a dead man. It's a statue. You need magnet magic to move the statue? Wait, do I have magnet? Can I see my menu? I can't see my menu. I don't think I have magnet yet. Maybe it's in my journal? Atlantica, I don't think I have, well, let me go back into the world and see if I have magnet, I guess. Right? Just go back in, right? Do I have magnet? Would this be in abilities? Not abilities. No. Party? Okay. No. Customize? Sora? I don't have magnet. Wait a... You're telling me I made 3 cocktails with fish brine in them, and I get 1 song? Where's Magnet at? I'm not done swimming with the fishes. I have 2 more cocktails in the freezer. This is... I don't know. Somebody name a fish. Literally any fish. What fish? I don't know. This is mackerel. This is a load of mackerel. I can't believe it. I just realized I can dolphin kick. I don't really know what that does. Krabs is like, I like your face smile emotes. Thank you, Krabs. I try my best. Cole's like, off to Halloween Town. Is Magnet in Halloween Town? Oh, hold up. I got puzzle pieces. Triton, what do you have to say about this?
That Ariel, so infatuated with the surface.
Where's the magnet, Triton? I've consumed your populace already. Don't think I won't do it again. Yes, this is a threat to your kingdom. I will dolphin kick the shit out of you. Wow. Okay. Well, evidently, I'm done with Atlantica for now. Can I go to the surface, though? Nope, can't go to the surface. Alrighty, then. Cole saying Halloween Town is where you get magnet. You have to beat Halloween Town. So, what I could do is go to Halloween Town, get magnets, and then come back, right? To Atlantica to do another song. I hear you there. I hear you. But did you see how many different chapters it looked like there was space for? Hold on for a second. Here it comes. There's space for at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, like at 6 to 8 different chapters. I'm a smart tender. One who tends things smartly. Even if I get magnets, I'm only gonna get one more chapter. If I'm gonna milk Atlantica for all it can give me and get revenge for the 3 fishy cocktails that I totally brought up on myself, I have to take as long as possible to do all the chapters. So in stark contrast to what pure logic would say to do, I'm gonna go to Agrabah instead. Why Agrabah? Like I said, I already explained the logic that doesn't work for it to. But not before we get Greg back. So I figured out, I got a little bit of tips from last time when we were in the gummy ship editor. Apparently, if your teeny ship has the same pieces as your gummy ship, you can't take the 2 of them out together. That's just kind of how it works. So I have to modify Greg for a little bit. Mini Greg. Yeah, I made my own Greg. And I tried to make him brown, but that didn't work. I tried my best. I see Tony asking, sorry, this is a dumb question, but what is this game called? No such thing as a dumb question. Only dumb people who answer questions, Tony. And I'm the one answering the question. This is Kingdom Hearts 1.5 plus 2.5 remix. And it's the Steam port of Kingdom Hearts 1 Final Mix, Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix, Kingdom Hearts Rechain of Memories, Kingdom Hearts 358 Days Over 2, and the other ones. Dream Drop Distance, I think. Anyways. I see Theovara saying too, that means you have to make a sweet drink now. I could recover, but I'm a man who commits to the bit unless I really feel like I can't. So we'll continue with this for as long as I've got. There was that recipe from Tony up above that I'm still trying to think about how I could do. I don't know if I have pomegranate juice. If I do have pomegranate juice, it's on the table, but I don't think that I do. And I can check when we have another ad break. If somebody reminds me to go check, I'll try to make sure I do so. All right, I want to make everything. Oh, this is not Greg. I just realized how not Greg this is. Hold up a second. I just realized how not Greg that is. I don't want to assemble another tiny ship. I want to modify this one. Crab saying that Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance and Kingdom Hearts 2.8. Yeah. Yeah. I don't remember which one's 2.8 is. I have to be more specific on that one. So I want to make this Greg dark in color. So the idea is to go to the corners. Go to the corners. Go to the corner. Yep, you heard me. To the corners. And select the whole area. The entire area. And then I set the area, right? And then I execute. Yeah! It's like it's orange, almost brown now, almost. Now, what I want to do first is test to see whether or not the ability gummies that I have on here are conflicting. So let me remove that. Krabs is saying that I need a gun. I don't know about that. I think that's a matter of personal preference. The right to bear arms or something. No, I see what you're saying there. Grab, place, remove. Let's take that out. And what I want to see is if I try to use this Greg, will it work? And then I will provide munitions after the fact. Yes, I am ready. Mini Greg with absolutely no firepower. Can we take Mini Greg out with us, or do I have to do other things to it? Yes! Okay, so now I'm gonna go back to the blueprint for the Gooner, and I'll see what things I have on there and swap out. That'll be working. I see Tony asking, what is the best Kingdom Hearts game? I don't know. I haven't played all of them. So far, of the ones I've played, I'm gonna say that I like Rechain of Memories the best because it was the most unique out of everything else. Yes, a lot of people don't like Rechain of Memories. I'm aware of that. Especially not Chain of Memories, which was the GBA version before they upgraded it, which still somehow made it worse. So I have 2 guns on here, 2 little double turrets, and stun lasers. And is that all the ability gummies that I've got? Weapon gummies. Projectiles, I have a star one, but the star one costs a lot. So instead what I'll do is I'll take off the fire Gs, because that seems advantageous. Can I touch the thing? There we go, almost, yep, I'm trying. We'll remove this one. I'm gonna go all the way over here, remove this one, go back, and see if I can add this star. Can I do it? Can he do it? Can he do it? Can he do it? We are still trying. We are still trying to see whether he can do it or not. Yeah, all right. Works for me. We'll save that to the Gooner. Yes, indeed. There we go. We'll leave here. And I think we fixed it. I think we fixed it. Greg will fly. I'd say he'd fly again, but I don't know if Greg ever flew to begin with. Cole, fact check. Has Greg ever flown before? And I don't mean when you throw him across the room. Notable exceptions. Notable exceptions. For the sake of discipline, you know? I don't want to grab a piece. I want to place pieces. Specifically weapon pieces. And the gun. I want to place the gun on the inside. There we go. Can I fit another one? I cannot. If I remove 2 little pieces... I got an idea. I want more firepower. So we're gonna go here, and we're gonna remove some pieces that nobody will miss. Like this one, and this one. Yeah, that's what I meant. There we go. Nobody's gonna miss those pieces. Nobody's gonna miss them. I certainly won't. And then we'll put the projectiles on it. There we go. And switch around. Move it to the back. Boop. There we go. Look at little Greg! Mini Greg's got the 2 little eyes. I love that. This is very enthusing to me. There we go. Cole confirms that Greg has never flown before, but he has headbutted people and has fallen into a very deep hole before teleporting. We've all been there. We've all been there. Mini Greg is ready to kick some ass. No. He's ready to fire some ass. Greg does not have legs. Mini Greg, at least. Let's get it on. Gooner and Greg, here we... Wait, what are you doing? Wait, but I want the... Wait, well, what do you... Why are you not available anymore? What? I clicked the button. It was okay. Okay. I clicked him once. Oh, there he is. There he is. There's Mini Greg. Okay, it actually worked. Thank goodness. I got scared for a second there. Oh, so you can have multiple teeny ships, can't you? Are you saying I can have an armada of Gregs? No way. No way. And they can all be named 4-letter names with a random X in front of them. Somewhere in the middle. Just to make it awkward for everyone involved. Cole, would you like to be a teeny ship? Asking for a friend. Oh my god. Asking for a friend. This needs to be colder. I'm putting an ice cube in this. I know when to quit. Or when to improve. There we go. I'm putting an ice cube in this. This needs to be colder and significantly more diluted than it is now. See, that's the big problem with drinks stirred up. You either don't drink them fast enough, or they weren't cold and or diluted enough to begin with. Gummy, rolling. Sometimes I roll on the weekends.
Bring it on.
Right down my staircase. Just for fun. Theovara asks, Cam, have you ever played Type R before? I can't say that I'm familiar with that. What is that, Theovara? Do enlighten me. Oh, I can roll now. Dude, Greg's doing great. At least I think he is. Also, there's a piece of me that almost thinks that the sound here, like the music, reminds me of, like, a Sonic game. It gives me big Sonic vibes. Or, like, I guess F-Zero, I suppose. Okay. I'm trying my best. Oh, I just noticed there are targets on him. I see him. I see him on the sides. Now I understand. There we go. There's the one. And if you knock out all of them, because there's one little head poking out on all the different sides, and you just gotta hit the little head. Or there's multiple, actually. There appears to be multiple now. Almost had him, too. Almost did. Yeah, this is giving me, like, specifically Starlight Carnival vibes from Sonic Colors. Except that one's like... It's got a very similar vibe to it. Something, Sonic the Hedgehog. Theovar is saying, asking if I've played Type R before, some ideas for my mini gummy ships. If you've got ideas for the gummy ships, lay them on me, dude. When you say Type R, the thing that I think of is every single one of them is a different letter of the alphabet. And like, I don't know, they spell something out. Something significantly more funny than any singular one would be able to spell out on their own. I like it. I dig it. Theovar is saying, think it's a PlayStation 1 game. Well, oh, hold up, trying to not die. Alexa, what is Type R? Oh yeah. No, not a Honda Civic, silly. Well, apparently Type R, according to the machine, happens to be specifically a Honda model. Oh my gosh, this is not working. Keep rolling. Keep rolling. Oh my god, I'm alive. Glorious, good to see you popping in. This still Kingdom Hearts? Heck yeah, dude. We're gonna keep playing Kingdom Hearts until Kingdom Hearts 2 is done. Or at least we'll try to, if I can manage to survive at the end of these gummy adventures. With Mini Greg by my side, nothing is impossible anymore. Jared saying, this is giving me Toho vibes. Hell. Bullet Hells are a game that I've never played before on stream, like as a category, but I would like to. At least I don't think I've played any Bullet Hell type things before. Trying to think, like... Nah, I don't think I've ever played a Bullet Hell on stream. Sounds fun, though. Toho in particular, oftentimes, like, full disclosure, I tend to play a lot of games because of their soundtracks, and there's one Toho song that, like, demarcated, like, my high school years, and it was the Death Waltz, because there was a buddy of mine in high school who could play the Death Waltz at double speed on a piano. Like the one that goes like dun 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 dun. And I think you fight Flandra Scarlet, if I'm correct in saying. I did a deep dive when I was a kid. Never actually played the game before, but Toho sounds like it would be a really fun, like, bullet hell to do. Onwards to Agrabah. Theovara saying that Type R is a 2D spaceship side-scroller. Oh, like a classic. That sounds fun. If you want to see me play this, play Type R at some point, I have a suggestion command here on the Twitch side where we can do suggest and then Type R so I don't forget the suggestion. Or like every once in a while, I'll put out little community posts of what games to play next, or you can just comment on the videos. Or just pop in our Discord server, if you're comfortable with that. That way, just like, the live chats are very ephemeral. I tend to forget what happens here because of the speed at which these messages wind up coming by. I will likely forget about it if somebody doesn't hold me accountable. We've also got bros on the Twitch side. Bros, gals, and those who are our friends in between and beyond, who could do the suggest command for you. If you want to, Twitch.
Come on, Donald,
you want to, Twitch chat. I'm seeing Gloria saying, that's not the onion fish drink? Oh, it is the, well, this one's not the onion fish drink. This one is the Sardines. I know you remember the herring one, though. The fish and the onion and everything else and whatnot. I actually got new fish for this stream in particular because I thought we were spending all of our time in Atlantica, but apparently we got one song, and that was it.
That's your new scam.
So now we're in Agrabah, sipping on a fish cocktail, because that's just how the cards were dealt. Gilbert, I miss you.
Then some things happened.
Alexa,
So,
when did Gilbert Godfrey die?
Gosh, fellers, he looks pretty sad.
I want to apologize to Aladdin and
R.I.P.
Jasmine. Could you guys maybe put
Rest in
a good
peace,
word
Gilbert.
for me?
Rest in peace.
Sure, we can do that, can't we?
Jared saying too, I always miss Robin Williams. R.I.P. Robin Williams. R.I.P. Robin Williams in particular because he took his own life, which is why, at least personally, I'm a big proponent of mental health resources to be like accessible for literally everybody. And the two causes that we were raising money for last week, the Crisis Text Line and Samaritans, are out on a mission very similar. Especially artists. And I don't want to bring the vibe down, but like, everybody could use a little mental health here or there. Resources and otherwise. I'm all for it, dude. I'm all for it. There's some really, really awesome people that I think would still be in this world if things were a bit more accessible. In any case, anybody for a fish cocktail to lighten the mood? Just me? That's all right. I got you. Oh, yes, dude. Nice and cold now. Hurts a little bit less. I'm seeing Theovara saying you gotta ask Alexa for Type R for PS1. And the soundtrack is pretty nostalgia. Alexa, what is Type R for the PlayStation 1?
PlayStation 1 is a video game console that was developed and marketed by Sony in the late 1990s.
Alexa, stop.
where are they all coming from?
What's shocking to me is that sometimes the machine knows the most, like out there things, and for the most basic of questions, it has a hard time. Amazon, you know, the people who make the Twitch,
This way.
fix your machines. They're getting dumber. Put some AI in there. Put some IA in your eye and put a little IA on top of it. I see Cole saying, by the way, heading home tomorrow, so yippee! Drive or transport safely, Cole. It's a dog-eat-dog world out there, and if you find yourself underwater at any point in time, like I thought I was gonna find... Oh, by the way, I'm not underwater anymore. The bubbles go away. You might find that you could drown. Be careful, but always stay hydrated. Especially when there's salt water involved. Goofy says, "Oh, we'd have been goners if Iago hadn't helped us. Ain't that right, fellas?" I guess we owe you one. Perfect! But you'll have to win over Aladdin and Jasmine yourself. Be on your best behavior, got it? Yeah, I got it! Where is Aladdin anyways? I bet you he's at the palace! To the palace! Cole saying, I'll do my best. I'll take a shot of pure espresso. Cole, buddy. Cole. There is no such thing as pure espresso. There is no X in espresso. And as my Italian friend once corrected me, it's not even espresso. It's not espresso, it's espresso. Espresso. Because there's two S's, and that's how they do it in Italy, apparently. And I've been to Italy once in my life. Theovara with the $1.99. I mess up, bro. It's R-Type, LOL. PS1 on typos. Oh, dude. Thank you for that. I love corrections when they come in the form of an alert with a party parrot. By the way, Randell, now know first, welcome in. Good to see you again. Videosity popping in too, saying, hey, you know how Italians are. I do. I'm like 5/8 Italian. And just like every other American on this earth, apparently I like to index down to a fractional level of what my ethnic background is. I'm American for all intents and purposes, chat. I've been to Italy once. It was lovely. I liked it, but I liked Austria better. Hot take. Videosity says, "Oh, I'm so sorry." Nah, it's okay. I grew up with a with this inherited lack of personal space. It's something that I'm still working through with my therapeutic resources, my close social groups, as well as my events like these, where I get to speak out into the open void of the internet. And sometimes, more often now than previously, the void talks back. And sometimes the void takes the name of... I'm sensing a new presence in the void of the internet. Stefania. Oh, it's Stephanie. Hey, Stephanie. How's it going? Gloria's saying meme emoji's not working on iPhone now. Oh, what? I'm so sorry for you. Sometimes the void glitches. It seems Aladdin's at the palace. I hope everyone's okay. I'd like to see Genie again. Chat, do we tell him? Goofy, he's not what you think he is anymore. And neither is this Moogle! Oh, do I not have any more materials? Oh, apparently not. I can get drive recovery. I like that. Synthesis, creations. Those are things I've made before. I didn't make those ones already. I don't understand. Maybe I'll understand later in my life when I'm older. Maybe. Gloria's saying, that's what shows up instead of emoji. Oh, mem? Oh, wait a minute, I see that. Oh, interesting. Oddly enough, it seems that the message is being held for review on the YouTube side. I don't know why that's happening. Oh, yeah! Oh! That's really weird. I don't know why that's happening. That's so odd. Thank you for pointing it out, Glorious. I see Rendell saying, not just an American, you are a U.S. citizen as well. That's true, that's true. There are multiple Americas. North America, Central America, South America, all. American Samoa, if you want to count them at all. Yeah, that's fair. I'm American. I am USA even. I'm not just any American, I'm a U.S. citizen. Big red hot dogs, even bigger apples, and don't you dare try to take my firearms away from me. I'll throw this fish martini on you. Because that's my right to bear arms. And sometimes fish them too. That's a joke. Jared says, fun fact, the voice of the genie in Kingdom Hearts and the Aladdin TV series also plays Homer Simpson. No way! I didn't know that! It's so cool to see, like, different voice actors appearing in various other pieces of content, like I consume, for example. Sometimes I can catch it. And I haven't heard Genie's voice just now. Actually, do you know, Jared, is he the same voice actor in all of the Kingdom Hearts games, including the remix? Because that would be very interesting. Also, the stalls are not breaking, so I think my only choice is to set them on fire. Hell yeah. Set fire to the stands! Capitalism? Not in my Agrabah! Go, I don't know. Do your wares some other place. Oh, I also have high... Oh, I have high jump now! I just remembered! How do I... High jump! There it is! Yeah! Now I can jump high now. Yeah. Cole saying, what if I do an espresso and a 5-hour energy? Just like make sure you know what your limits are in terms of caffeine intake. I actually have no idea. Let's see. Alexa, how many milligrams of caffeine are in a shot of espresso?
A standard espresso shot contains approximately 63 milligrams of caffeine.
63.
Stated by the USDA.
Okay, 60.
Information is relevant to the
Alexa, how many milligrams of caffeine are contained in one 5-hour energy?
Complete Health.com. 5-hour energy extra strength drink contains 280 milligrams of caffeine and is one of the most powerful energy drinks on the market.
Alexa, what is 230 divided by 63?
230 divided by 63 is approximately 3.6508.
Cole, did you know that if you take a 5-hour energy extra strength, it will be 3.6508 times stronger than your average shot of espresso? And now you know! Iago says, the place is right over there, see? That huge building with the dome! Someone's bound to be there. Thanks for taking me under your wing. That's my best Gilbert impression. Cole says, no, together. That's 293 milligrams of caffeine. Alexa, what is 293 divided by 63?
293 divided by 63 is approximately 4.6508.
Cole, did you know that if you took them both together, you would be having 4.6508 times the amount of milligrams of caffeine that you would find in a regular or average shot of espresso? I'll drink for you, because I don't really pray. Dominic popping in saying, what's going on today? I've got fish in my cocktail, and honestly, I thought I'd be getting more payoff for it, but I got one song, and that's when Ariel decided to say that you weren't attractive enough. Go home. That's the joke for magnetism, chat. We gotta get to the palace. Okie dokie then. I'm seeing Jared saying that you think that Genie is the same voice actor, the one who plays Homer Simpson for all the games, but not certain, but you recently got back into playing Kingdom Hearts on the Nintendo Switch via the cloud version. I wish they would make a physical version for the Switch. Oh, do they not have one? Like, there's no cartridge for it? That's kind of a letdown. I know, like, I used to be very, very obsessed with the idea of having, like, physical copies for everything. It's just a cost thing for me now. The CameroxnWithAnX is on a budget, so I'm not as stingy about it as I used to be when I was a kid, but... Because when I was a kid, I didn't even know that emulation was a thing, and even if I did, I'd been like, oh, it's like cheating if you don't have the thing, and it technically is cheating, and it's technically piracy, but like, hey, we're all trying to make a living around here, and I'd much rather spend my money on booze. That's kind of annoying. Randall's saying that I'm out of fermented grain juice, aged and spiced in a barrel. Been 3 weeks without it and realize how nice it is for end-of-day relaxing. Out of fermented grain juice? No way! Do you mean beer? Oddly enough, like, I was just talking with my my sister location, the 4 foot, I'm trying to remember, what the heck is their name? I'm not supposed to misquote it. But I have a sister location, so to speak, where we ferment things and make wine and beer, and mead and otherwise. And I was just talking to them about barreling some things for the holiday season. Not barreling, what am I talking about? Bottling things for the holiday season. We have a cherry wine that is still aging, and I don't know exactly how long it's been aging for yet. And in addition to that, I've got 10 pounds of apples that need to begin fermenting, and I did just barter with somebody to grab some honey from a local place from where my folks live, and I have a small little fermented container that I want to start mixing together on my own so I can take Chad along for the journey. It's a significantly small fermenting chamber, aptly called the Fermonster, from a place called Fermented that used to be open nearby.
All in a day's work.
In any case, I'm seeing Cole saying, still not enough caffeine to be the daily limit. Beat up to 3 more shots of espresso. Alexa, what's the daily limit of caffeine? Alexa, hey, what's the daily limit of caffeine intake?
Oh, he hasn't been himself lately. I'm not sure. Usually, he's the same cheerful Aladdin. But sometimes, he just seems sad.
Alexa, what is 107 divided by 63?
All the time. I've asked him about it, but he says nothing's wrong. He's gone again today. What if he doesn't come back this time?
Cole, did you know that it would take 1.6984 shots of average espresso to get you close to or above the daily limit of caffeine for your drive? Now you know.
Everyone in the palace.
That's the thing. Iago's not...
Anyway, what's going on, Jasmine? Oh, bye. It's okay.
Nice
It'll be fine.
move.
Maybe it's something.
Stephanie's saying, I like the shaken espressos from Starbucks. They have, I think, like 3 shots of espresso. Dude, if you order an espresso at Starbucks, they better give you at least a couple of them. Because if they shake it, like, I haven't been to a Starbucks and ever ordered, like, the espressos before, like, a shaken espresso. But I imagine if they did and made, like, an espresso shakerata or something with it, they have a bunch of ice in it. Which doesn't change the total amount of caffeine, but it lessens the flavor of the espresso. Which, if you order an espresso, like, you know, at a place, and it's good espresso, I want that in full shot form. For the most part, I just have Americanos, which is just shots of espresso with hot water. Because usually the espresso shots are polar, not very good. But we're getting better. Gloria saying Robin Williams popularized celebrities' voice acting, but not all
should
of them
be
are good at
ashamed
voice
of
acting.
yourself,
That is a
Boo.
fact. But to each their own. And hey, if it makes them a living.
No hard feelings?
Randall saying 10,000 milligrams is the lethal amount of caffeine, but 600 milligrams all at once is enough to cause permanent damage to many organs. Alexa, what is 10,000 divided by 63?
Hey guys, sorry about earlier. I was kind of in a hurry. What happened? You know, Boo, he couldn't keep his paws off that.
Did you know that 10,000 milligrams of caffeine, the absolute lethal amount of caffeine in your body for some of your, or at least all of your organs, is about 158 or more shots of the average espresso? And now you know! Stephanie saying, I'll try an Americano. Yeah, an Americano, at least in the barista world, an Americano is a shot or two of espresso topped up with hot water. It's basically watered down espresso, or just like regular coffee, all things considered, but with espresso as opposed to like something like drip or otherwise. And a Americano in the world of cocktails is actually a precursor to the Negroni, where a Negroni is equal parts gin, Campari, and sweet vermouth. An Americano is club soda, Campari, and sweet vermouth. Before Count Negroni popped in one day and said, I would like mine a little bit stronger. And then the bartender was like, sure thing, Count. Sora says, I guess you can't be that down in the dumps, huh? Who said I was? Princess Jasmine. She's worried because you're always in town. No way. I would never cheat on Jasmine. I'm a prince now. Still, I guess there's no fooling Jasmine, huh? See, Genie and Carpet took off to see the world. It's what Genie always wanted. So I wished him the best and all, but... you miss him. Man. Things really must have gone quiet when Genie went. Yeah. That's why I come here. The action. The people. The chatters on the internet. Wink. There's always something going on. Speaking of which, Gentlemate, welcome back. And Undefeated Joe as well. I mean, come on! I met you guys here today, right? This place is full of surprises. Sora? Look out behind you! Oh, just kidding. Iago? All right, he wants to apologize for all the trouble he's caused, and he's currently cowering fear at something. Iago, you cool? Oh, he does? Gosh, he's so sorry he's shaking. That lamp! What about it? It was the lamp, you know, the one with Jafar in it. Come on, there are a million like it. Hey, I was locked up in that thing for months. There's no way I'd mistake it. Abu shakes his fist like many monkeys do. And we better go back and talk to that peddler. Right behind you. Long cutscene, y'all. Sorry about that. Jared's saying, I've never set foot in Starbucks. I did once upon a time in college because I had a bunch of dining dollars that could only be spent at certain locations on campus, and one of them was a Starbucks. And so I bought Frappuccinos for a year straight. It was a wild time in my life. Undefeated Joe saying, I'll try to keep my daily espresso consumption between 100 shots. Yeah, you know, you keep yourself well, but if your consumption involves like swishing them around in your mouth and then like spitting them out like the sommeliers do, like I won't judge you for it. Gentleman popping in saying, well, they moved stream titles to the top of the stream on Twitch. Yeah, they were doing weird stuff with the UI and stuff. Gloria's mentioning about Tim Hortons Bailey's Irish Cream and Bailey's Cream Hot Chocolate are very, very good. I think I tried those. I have a friend of mine who gave me a bunch of little nips of Bailey's. I think they're gone now. Randall saying, too, not true that Americano has 100 to 120 milligrams of caffeine, a tiny bit more than an espresso, but way more liquid to drink with weaker flavors. That seems to me that the Americano's got 2 shots of caffeine in it. As per the math of, the average amount of caffeine in an espresso is 63 milligrams. So if your shot has 100 to 120, that seems to be about 2 shots of your espresso. I sometimes make my own Americanos with a single shot of espresso. I don't know if that's like standardized in barista stuff. I'm not a barista, I'm a mixologist. In any case, let's go along with Aladdin. Oh, a subscription from Joe. Joe! You're truly undefeated in the world of parrots. Thank you, Joe, for supporting the bar with an X. I'm keeping my goof with me because I like my Valor forms. Vidiosity saying too, I missed the Starbucks college point system, dude. It kept me thick throughout college. There's a lot of sugar. While I was in college, like, I was drinking a lot of, like, frappuccinos and, like, processed coffee goods and whatnot. And sometime around, I think, my 3rd year of college, I asked my, my then-girlfriend, you know, or rather, I told her that I was drinking a lot of coffee. And she's like, you know, coffee isn't good for you. And I was like, oh, hold up a second. It's got antioxidants. So I did a little bit of my own research, and I found that, for the most part, the most unhealthy part of coffees is the sugar that they just shove into it. So I started drinking coffee without sugar in it. Like, I stopped doing lattes. I stopped doing, like, macchiatos or cappuccinos and stuff like that. And I started just drinking my coffee black. And I appreciate my coffee a lot more now than I did previously, now that I can taste all the smaller flavors, the more nuance of the black cups of coffee. And I like it. I like it a lot. Randall also commenting on it, depends on how strong the coffee is. Strong coffees tend to have more caffeine, true. And contrary to popular belief, lighter roast coffees have more caffeine in them than dark roast coffees do. You'd think, like, if it's darker, then it must be, like, you know, higher caffeine, right? Well, the more that they roast things, the more some of the caffeine just kind of breaks down into other things. So light roast coffee is technically more caffeinated, which tend to be the morning roasts. The morning roasts, you get more caffeine in them because you're trying to start off your day or something like that. I see Stephanie echoing my preferences, say that black coffee is good. I love black coffee. Like, I think I started drinking my coffee black, and this is not me, like, trying to brag or anything. Like, this is just how I enjoy my coffee now. But, like, I started drinking my coffee black, I want to say, like, slightly before COVID. Maybe, like, 2020, perhaps? Probably 2020. And, like, I drink most of my coffees black. That would eventually pave the way to me just making my own, like, cold brews and stuff, which I thoroughly enjoy now. I really like tasting other people's cold brews. Peddler shop. Gotta go to the peddler shop. That's where we're going, peddler shop. Is it this way? Nope. Okay. But I try to, like, I try black coffees wherever I go. And then if I really like the black coffee, whether it's in the form of a cold brew, whether I got it as an espresso shot, whether I got it as an Americano, I like to ask the barista, what are your beans? Can I buy your beans? Can I bring them home with me? In any case, I'm seeing Undefeated Joe saying, whoa, I had the same kind of experience. One day you switched over to black coffee, and over time I began to love it so much more than I ever liked sugar coffee. And I feel like the same argument can be made about taking your coffee without milk and sugar, as it can be like taking your cocktails without mixers in them, or drinking your water without, I don't know, flavor in them, I suppose. But like, when you start tasting things on their own as a base, you tend to become more familiar with the individual flavors that make up the flavor that you're tasting. And as you compare things, as you compare black coffees, as you compare waters, as you compare spirits, as you compare one rum to another, as you compare one whiskey to another, you will start to develop a means to explain not necessarily the flavor of the whiskey, but most definitely the flavor differences between two whiskeys, or two rums, or two coffees, two cold brews, two lattes, two milks, two syrups, you know, all things considered. And I think around that time is when I really started falling in love with cocktail mixology, because I was like, no way, no way, no way. Why do my at-home Manhattans taste so different than the Manhattans I'm sipping at cocktail bars? And the answer is, there's a heck of a lot more nuance to two different Manhattans than you may otherwise think. There's a heck of a lot more nuances to Rendell's point, 3 different scotches than you may otherwise know. And I think that is fascinating. Jared's saying, I don't care much for coffee, but I like the smell of coffee. The only thing close to coffee that I like to drink is hot chocolate. Dude, case in point there. There are so many different ways to create, like, the cocoa powder that you get in your hot chocolate, or even the hot cocoa mix that you're getting in your hot chocolate. There's so many different ways to do it. And as you compare the different ones, I'm sure you'll find a difference between one type of hot chocolate versus another, one type of cocoa powder versus another, or even 2 different chocolate bars that both say dark chocolate on them. Fascinating. Is this where I need to go? Peddler shop isn't this way. Where am I supposed to be going? It's this one right here, isn't it? That's the peddler shop. Shop of the peddlers. So my martini, oh my goodness. Chat, I feel inclined to share with you what my martini looks like right now. So I'm gonna take it back to the bar for the brief moment. And this is a trigger warning. My fishy martini has begun to separate. So brace yourself. This is a very, very, very interesting cocktail right now. A very interesting cocktail indeed. Granted, I have some ice in there, which refuses to melt because the drink is now cold enough. There's a lot of very odd stuff happening here. We have an ad break coming up in a minute. And I think it was Tony asked about a cocktail that requires pomegranate juice. And if I do have pomegranate juice, I'm going to make another cocktail because I don't really want to drink this anymore. Not really to my... Holy shit. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Anna scared the hell out of me. I didn't realize that Anna was sitting literally right over there the entire time. You've been so quiet. Oh, my God. Thank you. Wow. Cole says consumption. That's going water for me, dog. Thank you, though. Tony asks, are you using an Xbox controller? Hell yeah. I'm seeing Rendell saying that hot cocoa is by far better on those cold days than coffee. No idea why, though. I think it's just ingrained in us culturally. In any case, when the ad happens, I'm going to run downstairs to see if I have any pomegranate juice. And if I don't have pomegranate juice, I think the closest thing I might have is cranberry juice, so we can sub it out with that. I also have pomegranate liqueur. Just up the booze a little bit. Sora says, is there any way we can buy that lamp from you? I'm in the mood for bartering. Would you like a fishy martini? Of course, that is. If you can afford it. Also, what the fuck is in that glass? You say it's a fish? What, did you ferment it or something? Was it drying in the sand? It actually looks very fresh. That actually... I'm very interested now, actually. You have 3 of them? Aladdin says, shh, get with the picture. No worries. These fishies are no longer on sale. Donald! Might I be able to interest you in another fine lamp? No. That's the one. That's the one I want. That lamp right there. It's very nice looking. It has such a nice dark ebony color to it, please. Well, perhaps I could be persuaded. You said 3 fishy martinis? If you bring me the treasure beyond even my imagination in the form of a slightly separating fishy cocktail, something, say, fit for a sultan. Yeah, no, sorry, dog. I don't got that. I've got 2 of them in the freezer, though. Fresh on ice. As fresh as it can be. Treasure? That could be tricky. But it's not mine to take. I can't ask. I don't want to worry Jasmine or the Sultan. Hey, I know! What about the treasure in the Cave of Wonders? Nah, you can't just take that. That's what my wife says. Alright, Iago. You lead the way. But you're gonna have to fight her first. Put up your dukes, Disney Queen! Nah, she says nah. Every member here at the Borrow the Next is a part of the bit up until the point where they recede their willingness to be in the bit. We respect that of our participants. Thank you so much for playing along, dearest. I don't even know. And after we get the treasure, I might even believe your apology. You can count on me! I don't know if I really can there, bud. I don't know about that. Onwards to her Cave of Wonders! You heard me. Don't know what that means. I will not be explaining further. Randall says, I have a drink request. Well, sorta a drink request. Remember those Jello shots you made? Would like to see that, but with fermented preserved fruit in it. Like apple, or pear, or pineapple. Dude, that sounds good, actually. I do have a book that makes jams. Honestly, one of the things that I'd be considered... Like, honestly, I'll workshop it with you right here, Rendell. I'm trying to think of it. So, like, for those shots, we had... I think you're referring to the Jello shots that we made, the Shigo shots. That was a layer of green lime-ish Jello. I think it was lime Jello on the bottom with a bit of orange bitters in them. With, on top of it, after it solidified, some Nocino or some black Sambuca on top of it. You could obviously put, like, little bits of fermented fruit in there. The hard part would be trying to encase the fruit inside of the Jello. And I think the way that you would do that is you basically have one layer of the fruit, and you do one layer of Jello. You put the fruit in it and let it float to the top, right? Then let it solidify. Then you do the exact same Jello, and you put it on top, making another layer above it. I want to say the Jellos will just kind of, like, fuse together. I've never done 2 different jellos on top of each other before like that. Actually, no, yes, I have. I did it in college. Duh. It's easy. Saying the fruit would be added, not in the jello. Oh, added up on top? Dude. I mean, there's nothing stopping you from making some jello and putting the fermented fruit right on in there. And if you put the fermented fruit inside of the jello, I guess you'd probably have to watch so that the fermented fruit doesn't keep on fermenting and then blow up your jello, which would be a valid concern of mine. So you'd have to stop the fermentation first. At least what I would think of. Maybe. That's the bizarre. That'd be so cool, dude. You were saying, what were the things you were saying? Apple, pear, or pineapple? I feel like pineapple would go amazingly in a jello shot. Like inside. I've never tried a fermented pineapple before. I have done fermented cherries, and I have some fermented cherry powder, and there is an ad going on Twitch, so we'll take it back to the bar. Chill out for a little bit. While this epic music happens in the background. What do you say, dearest? Yes, Tony's asking, what is Disney Queen's favorite drink? Think about it for a second. I'm going to see whether or not I've got some pomegranate juice downstairs, and if I don't, I'm going to grab the pomegranate liqueur from the cabinet just so that it's an option for whatever we want later. Just a reminder to everybody on the YouTube side that there is a section of my website now, CameroxnWithAnX.com/stock, where you can look and see what alcoholic or non-alcoholic bottles that I've got stocked here at the Bar with an X. So if you want to get a request in the future, we can dodge most of the part of, hey, do you have this ingredient? I don't know. Do you have this ingredient? It doesn't have all the non-alcoholic ingredients that I have here at the Bar with an X yet, because I'm still trying to figure out ways to keep the non-alcoholic ingredients at the ready, so to speak. Like, I don't want to tell you I've got orange juice if all of my oranges are frozen. But that being said, I will be back in a little bit to check on something. I have returned, and I got things. I got things. So as it turns out, I did find, oh, actually the ads are not over yet. I canonically have not returned to the stream just yet. If anybody from Twitch asks, take this Fishy Martini, and I kind of want to look at the other ones, just to do a little comparison to see if it's any better now that we're at this point. Excuse me, chat. I see Disney Queen saying that you love Dr. Thunder. It's really good, actually. Very tasty. In my opinion, Dr. Thunder is not as intense on flavor.
It's not. It's more watered down. I think.
Yeah, I don't think it's a bad thing, like, at all.
No, I think it makes it taste better, but that's also because I drink everything with temperature.
That's fair.
But, like, I don't like the idea of ice.
There we go. All right, welcome back. Welcome back, everybody. Michael, good to see you popping in. Theovara saying, throw that drink away. Well, not before I give a little taste test to the ones that have been sitting in the freezer. If you popped in at the very beginning of the stream and you see the recipe currently on the screen right now, you'll find that I made 3 Fishy Martinis, one with some of the wild herring wine sauce that we had from the charity stream that we did last week. By the way, we raised over $2,000 for charity. Freaking amazing, by the way. Freaking amazing. In this glass, I have the olive oil that anchovies were sitting in the form of a martini. And in the one over here, I've got the brine that I had some sardines sitting in. And I did a comparison, and at least when I first tested it, The sardine one, in my opinion, was the best. As I continued sipping it, it really didn't get that much better. I put the other two in the freezer to see whether or not the quality would improve, and oddly enough, there is a light layer of oil that is not quite solidified on the top of the anchovy one because it had a bunch of olive oil in it, but there is some difference that has happened over here, and I can kind of see a layering effect of it happening on the top. I don't know if chat can see that. We'll do a little close-up real quick, just to show y'all what I mean here. I don't know if y'all can see that. There's a very, very, very slight layer on top. Very, very slight. I see Brad popping in saying, I still wake up with a shudder from that wine sauce in the herring. And here I am, again, doing it again. Rendell says, a sardini. Oh yeah, we had a sardini, an anchovitini, an anchovitini, an anchovini, and the herringtini. And honestly, I don't know which one I disliked the most. I'm gonna try a little bit of this one now that it's really cold. No, still don't like that. Actually, that's a heck of a lot more vermouth forward because the olive oil has all that sardine flavor in it. Oh, there is a little bit. There's a little bit. It actually kind of tastes like a cracker in a way. That's really interesting. And this was the herring one. Briny. Very briny. Still as briny as it was previously. A little bit more pleasant to drink. Anyways, I'm going to take this, and I'm going to put it in my bucket, because I no longer wish to consume these. I appreciate everyone's understanding. I tried them, though. We did a comparison, and this is where we found ourselves. And for that, the sake of science continues. There we go. Put them all in the bucket. Taylor doesn't mind. That's the name of my bucket, by the way, chat. Bucket has a name. In any case, what did I miss? Rendale saying, where's the smoked salmonini? I didn't have any smoked salmonini. I do have smoked salmon from our honeymoon that we took in Alaska. Just didn't come to the forefront for this one. I wanted fresh stuff from the can and stuff that I didn't mind eating after the fact, which, I mean, the salmon I totally would have done, but details, details, details. I see Coleman is saying, I've taken up more gambling. I've started a gambling area in my dorm and periodically have people come over. Just make sure that's legal where you live. That seems to me like I once did something like that when I was still an elementary school student, and my elementary school was not okay with it. I was just a very early businessman, all things considered. In any case, so I went downstairs, and I was trying to find whether I have pomegranate juice for this recipe that I think Tony mentioned earlier on, called, like, the red something or other, and I do have pomegranate juice. I might need a reminder on that recipe if you've still got it on hand, but just in case this isn't good, because this has been sitting in the back of my refrigerator and I haven't quite opened the container yet, I figure if it has started fermenting, then I'd much rather make a mess on camera than downstairs and then come back looking like a bloody mess. Just in case, I also have this bottle of La Pinta pomegranate liqueur, which is made with a base of 100% Blue Weber agave tequila, which might be a good one-to-one substitute if this stuff is no good. In any case, what are you doing? Hey, I can look at an expiration date. Let's just see. Let's see. It's a BPA-free bottle. We like that, Palm Wonderful. Expiration date. The date says. I can't find it. Well, if I flip it over, I get a sediment on the bottom, but that's natural. Best by June.
That's actually not that bad.
It's not that bad. We've had worse. Red Seal Shimoda. My Shimoda. Open it up. So the fact that I didn't hear like a rapid fizz mean that things are boding well for this particular thing of pomegranate juice.
Smell it.
I'll give it a smell. Smells like pomegranate juice. And I'll give it a small little taste just to see if any weird flavors have developed. That still tastes like pomegranate juice.
You're good.
Yeah, it tastes fine. Randell's like, if it expired, it's just wine. Hey, though, there we go. Or botulism. We don't quite like botulism. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to the game for a quick second here. I have, let me double check that recipe from Tony. I got 1.5 ounces of Suntory Toki whiskey, which I do have, pomegranate juice, 1/4 ounce of ruby port, which I believe I do have as well. I think that's hanging down here. My port collection somewhere.
You have a port collection?
Oh, dearest, would you like to open up the cabinet that's right in front of you? Do you see a bottle labeled Ruby Porto? I do. I also have wine, I believe. Ruby Porto? Ruby. Should say Cockburns. Getting closer. Taylor Port? There might be a Ruby Port in there from Taylor. Aya, welcome in. Good to see you. Currently trying to look and see if I got any port. You know what I can do? I can search the Bar with an X website, Camera with an X website for the X bar stock. It also shows up on Google. Let's see. I can actually look at my inventory right now. There we go. I'm just going to look at the page and see ports. I'm going to look up port and see what I got. I see I have Taylor port. I don't have specifically a Ruby port. I don't think I have my Ruby port anymore. I used to have Ruby port. I've got Ruby Red Grapefruit Vodka if you look up Ruby, but I got Taylor port. That's going to be a close substitute, so that's going to be the substitution that I make if we do this one. Lemon juice, it's not quite a substitute. Ruby port is kind of like port, but I think it's honestly, I don't remember what the difference is. I want to say Ruby port has more powerful flavors of fruit to them, but let's find out together, shall we? Ruby port versus just port. I'm about to look it up. Sometimes we learn together. Aya's saying it may or may not be 4 a.m. Okay, good night. Well, thank you so much for popping in. Don't sacrifice your sleep schedule just to stay up for whatever we're mixing over here. There'll be VODs in the future. Good night, my love.
I forgot.
Apparently, there are 6 types of Ruby port. Chat, we're about to learn something today. 6 types, 3 styles of port. Ruby port, basic Ruby port, vintage port. Vintage port producers to look for. Oh, I see that. Okay. Tawny port. Okay. White port. Cool. That's not red or ruby. Oh, those are different types. I'm so curious. I'm on theWineChef.com right now, by the way. Basic Ruby port. There are 6 types of Ruby port, with most labeled as simply Ruby port being the most basic. These wines are often bulk produced, made from a blend of younger wines from many vintages, easy drinking, inexpensive, sweet wines, tasty, but not something to bring to the dinner with the in-laws. I mean, it doesn't say vintage port. It doesn't say tawny port. It just says port. So I'm gonna say, for all intents and purposes, this is good enough as ever for a Ruby port. And that's from the mixologist. I see Randall saying, strong alcohol kills botulism, so just add some 151 rum and you're good. Yeah, but like, I would have to add it to the pomegranate juice now and wait for the botulism to die. I think they did do a study specifically on, I don't remember what cocktail it was, but they were trying to see whether or not the shaking of a cocktail or the stirring of a cocktail effectively kills off microbes inside of the ingredients that go inside of them. The answer is, it depends. It does depend. And I got lemon juice, and I have green tea downstairs, which I'd have to go grab too, as well as honey, and I do have honey. And I see I got salt as well. We got run a slice of lemon around the rim of the glass and dip into the green tea salt. Combine over other ingredients. Give the green tea and the salt together in a shaker with ice. Shake until chilled. Double strain to a rimmed glass. There we go. We can totally do that. That'll be my next cocktail. But I'm gonna fight this battle first, because the music is epic. I don't want to jump right back into the battle. So we'll do that first. I'm gonna go with Tony's recipe. I like that one. All right, let's get into this battle and finish this guy off before we make a tasty, tasty beverage for ourselves. Because apparently the fish was just not... I wasn't having it. I had to switch to something else. So what I'll do is I'll take off the recipe on the screen, because that's not what I'm drinking anyway. That's not what I'm drinking anymore. I see Tony saying, yay, Cam, thanks for trying it. No problem, dude. I love trying new things, especially when it's a combination I haven't tried before. I've never had port and pomegranate juice together before. And this is a whiskey, too. I don't think I've ever had all of those flavors in a glass before. That sounds cool. I'll say, too, actually, I'm curious, Tony, where'd you get the recipe from? And it was called what again? Red Seal Shimoda. Red Seal Shimoda. Shimoda. Shimoda for us today. Or something. Ooh, there's treasure inside these stalls. Annie's saying, hey Tony, I'm back from the grocery store. Got an extra dinner thing. Deviled eggs, fancy grilled dinner. There we go. For the sake of better drinks and even tastier foods. Enjoy your dinner there, Annie. I say Randall saying the answer is sort of. Depends on if the bacteria is cold or impact sensitive or otherwise. Yeah, this goes back to the, does shaking a cocktail or stirring it kill off microbes in the non-sterile ingredients? The answer is maybe. Or kinda. All valid. It's not a definite. Like, shaking a cocktail will not certainly kill off any microbes in your drink. The high enough percentage of alcohol, though, Might kill most of them. Oh, trying not. No fire. No fire, please. Lady Chaos, welcome in. Good to see you here. Annie says, hey, Cam, can you reach that floating crown? I don't know if I can specifically. I'm gonna end with a full swing. Full swing ahead there, buddy. Can I reach that one? I don't know. Let's give it a try and find out. Nice. Oh, is there more? Oh, there's more Heartless showing up, aren't they? Oh, I see. Oh, and they're... I see. They're teleporting! Right? There's not more of them? Okay, now the question is, can I reach it? No. Can I reach it from up on here? Ah! No. I bet if I go out of the area and back in, I bet I will be able to. And before I forget about that, I want to do that now. Because that feels like the thing to do before I forget about it. There we go. Oh, just kidding. I can't reach it all. Alrighty then. To the desert then. And then we'll make ourselves a cocktail. Palace walls. Save point? Don't mind if I do. Don't mind if I do. Hot little save spot this side of the oasis. A little chest along the way. And hopefully a fancy new cocktail. I do need to go downstairs and grab the matcha powder. I do know that I still have that. I just didn't bring it upstairs. At least I don't think I did. Ooh, biggie chest. Biggie chest. Yeah. Skill ring extremely increases maximum AP. There we go. I like the sound of that. There we go, there we go. Alrighty then. Let's pop a pause here real quick. Go back to the bar angle. I've got a recipe request from not Randall. It's Tony. Tony right here. There we go. It's called, what we got here? Red Seal Shimoda. I'm gonna get this set up for myself so I don't have to keep like chats pinned and stuff. Let me open up a little document so I get this on hand. Red Seal Shimoda, that's the cocktail I'm consuming. Or something. Let me make sure I grab all your things here. At some point, by the way, now that we've got some fancy automations here at the bar with an X, I will get to a point where there will be a redemption. And it's unfortunate for those on the YouTube side, but redemptions in the future will only be on the Twitch side until we can figure out a way to get chat commands to work on the YouTube side, only because it makes it easier for us to be able to do all the cocktail recipes and stuff. So if you haven't followed on the Twitch, this might be the time to do it. If you don't have it already. I gotta get my Suntory whiskey. I've got my pomegranate juice. I've got what's close enough to ruby port as I can get. I've got lemon juice. I got some honey green tea salts, and I got some instructions around here as well, which I'm going to make a little bit easier for me to see. I'm gonna grab my matcha from downstairs. I'm gonna grab my Suntory whiskey from my closet, and we'll get things a mixing real quick here. I'm seeing Randall saying, oh, never mind. I read that message already, but I scrolled up. Hold on, that was it. I scrolled up. What are we saying? Annie's saying, would be a shame if Twitch spammed work that body while you're grabbing the matcha. Interesting. I'm seeing Randall saying as well, expanding on before, or if the shaker is two different conductive metals like copper, silver, or gold. Copper is also a microbe killer. If it gets all the ions inside of your thingy, I think. I know there are people out there who like religiously like drink from like non-coated copper mugs, and there's a piece of me that has concern for those people, but I'm not a doctor, nor am I a chemist. So I'll be back in just a moment. Enjoy the music of Agrabah, I guess. Yeah, I see that, chat. Yeah, I see you. I see you with the work that body. How many there are there? Oh, do I have to nerf this command too? Oh, man. What do we have here? We have side crunches and shoulder squeezes and side crunches double. That's on you, chat. Crunches, squeezes, punches, circles. Okay, I'm going to try to do this. I also have a consumption, so there'll be some water in there for me. I'm starting with my circles. I'm a man of my word. I'm going to throw some punches while I do my circles. See, this is as good a time as ever to address my bothers with the work that body command. And that is the fact that sometimes, if used against me, it will completely sidetrack the stream for a little bit. And it goes completely against what I want from my own stream. But that just goes to show you that I'm not the only person in control here, and I like to give some of that control to chat. And if I'm the kind of person who wants to realize that I don't have control of a situation and wrestle that control back from the people who I gave it to, that'd be much like a dictator. And I would not consider myself to be a dictator. I'm a man of the people. We're all about democracy around here, except in some very specific cases. Oh, is there a sub too? I totally missed it because there's a bunch of chat redemptions up here. More than awesome. Gifted a sub to Randell. Beautiful. What else do I need? Pelvic crunches and shoulder squeezes. I like those. Well, I can only do one of those at a time. No, I don't actually. There we go. There we go. There we go. Cole's saying dictator. I'm not a dictator. Dictators don't do this. They don't. They don't. Oh my gosh. That's wild stuff. We love to see our community being grateful to each other while the bartender dances or something. It's just how it is. It's how it is. Brad saying, if everyone deserves emotes, it's you, Randall. It's true. I would agree with that. And he says, Kazua streamer, man. Okay, fine. I did your work that bodies. Did I miss any? I did the punches. I did the punches. I did the crunches. I did the squeezes. I did the pelvics. We did it. Oh my gosh. I see, what is it? Annie's saying, how much for you to kazoo this song and do the arm letters? I want to be drunker first. I'm gonna mix a cocktail first. Just let me drink my damn drink, chat! I see E popping in, praising my musical talent. Thank you, E. It's very good to see you. Excuse me. I've grabbed a number of ingredients from downstairs. I've got some pomegranate juice. I've got, we're not using this pomegranate liqueur. I don't actually need that because I got the juice. Pomegranate juice, I've got equivalent to ruby port. I've got my matcha. I've got Suntory Toki whiskey specifically. I've got salt, which is over here. I see another random question from Randell asks, what do you want to achieve in the future? I would love to have a big charity event, kind of like what we do at least once a year around here, called Mixing Drinks and Changing Lives. And it's a giant charity event where all the proceeds from mixed drinks, cocktails, and anything you order at the bar goes directly to charity. That's what I would love to achieve one day. Or maybe like opening up an actual X bar. That'd be kind of cool too. Got my matcha. I need lemon juice. Now, I did look downstairs to see whether or not I had a lemon wedge that I could spare for the side of the glass to rim it. I don't actually have that, so I'm going to use the lemon juice in place of that as well. I see a voice modulation. Can you do Homer Simpson? No! I can try. I can try. I don't watch a lot of Simpsons. I guess I'll try to do that. I'm trying to catch up with chat here. That's about all I know. I don't watch The Simpsons very much. But I can give you as many doses as you want me to. This one gets shaken, right? That's what we have. Shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it. Combine over ingredients, put it in a cocktail shaker and double strain. There we go. I see Tony saying, can you try Pop Smoke? I have no idea what that means. Oh my gosh. I see Lady Chaos. Oh shit, dog. No! Chaos saying, I almost never watch any live streams, so I'm confused as to what is going on with gifting subs and redemptions. It's basically a paid-for feature that some people get around here where you can avoid ads, get emotes and whatnot, support your local neighborhood streamer. You can gift them to other people to allow them to skip ads and whatnot. Apparently, you can do so on YouTube, which has its own set of benefits, like, for example, access to our sub-only channels in our Discord server where sometimes I just share random behind-the-scene things, like what it looked like to look at my stream deck, which is currently covered in saran wrap. Before the bar thing actually started. But yeah. And gifting subs and whatnot, members also exist on YouTube as well. Maybe you didn't know that. So let's see, we've got a cocktail request from, it was Tony for, here comes another redemption. There we go. I need water. Tony requests a cocktail called, God, I can't remember what the name of the drink is anymore. I have it. The Red Seal Shimoda. And this gets built in a cocktail shaker. But we'll rim a glass. We're gonna rim a glass first. That's what we're gonna do. Rim a glass first, and then build it in a cocktail shaker. This one is garnished with matcha. Wait a minute. It was honey. Oh, wait a minute. What was it again? Honey green tea salt. So this is what I got. I don't have a lemon wedge, but I do have honey. And I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna rim it with honey and the matcha and the salt. And I'm gonna skip out on the lemon because it's going into the cocktail. Just to make sure you get everything together. Here we go. Absolute madness is happening in chat right now. Absolute madness at my bar with an X. Here we are. I got honey in a container, and it is almost completely, wow, it's almost completely crystallized. How the hell did that happen? Cool. Anyways. I see Tony saying, you asked earlier how I found the drink. My brother lived in Tokyo for a while and found it at a local sushi bar. He introduced it to me. I'm happy to try it. I am making a couple different substitutions here, so please forgive me. But what we'll do first is I'm gonna grab myself a coupe glass. Feels very coupe glassy to me, so I'm gonna grab a classy coupe glass and I'm gonna rim it with some matcha powder and sea salt in a solution that I'll make right here. I think the best thing that I can do is I'll grab this container here. I'll throw some matcha powder in it and some sea salt as well. Mix it all together and then sprinkle it over top of this, which I'm going to rim with honey. This will be fun. I like fun cocktails like this that I've never thought of finding. So thank you, Tony. Thank you so much for contributing to my fun time. I see Ryan popping in saying, heat it up in the microwave. The honey will decrystallize. But then I gotta go downstairs to the microwave. Good to see you as always, Ryan, by the way. I see a Cole saying, do that thing with the vocal cords. Hey, you should do the Joker. Which Joker? I don't remember which Joker you're talking. There's like so many of them. Batman. I'm gonna take sea salt and I'm gonna add it in this container. Salty, salty matcha for the Batman. Oh my goodness gracious. All things considered, I'm not very good with impressions. But the more impressions I get and the more things that I watch, the better impressions I'll get. Isn't that right, Batman? My goodness. I see the tiny green gadgets popping in saying, going back through my watch history because my account got hacked. Did I send any messages to you? This channel was in my history. I have no idea. I do recall your name, Tiny Green Gadgets. Welcome back. Now you're for the real deal. And I don't really actually always sound like this. Maybe because just chat made me do it. We're gonna take some honey and rim the side of our glass with it. I'm gonna try my bestest with what I currently have available to me. Actually working just fine. That worked a lot better than I thought it would. So now I'll take a paintbrush and I'll put it down the side. I'm gonna wet this with a little bit of water first, so don't make things weird. A little bit of that. There we go. I don't know how you would normally do this with honey, but this is gonna work just fine. There we go. Some honey. This is my glass. Don't do this if you own a bar. I mean, if you own a bar, you can still do that. But I wouldn't recommend licking the glass that you're about to give to your guest. I am my guest, so I can do whatever I want to. And then we'll take this matcha powder with some sea salt in it and shake it over top. This I'm gonna try my best to. I'm not gonna be shy about it either. I can always make a mess and clean it up later. There we go. With that on it, give this a tap on the outside over here. Make sure there's not much in my glass. You try to avoid doing that when you're rimming things. And I like to half rim my glasses to give my drinker the choice of whether they want to use it or not. This is gonna go in my freezer. Make sure that that's all nice and chilled for when we actually make the cocktail. I'm actually gonna keep this container of salted matcha. See what I can do with it. This might serve us well in the future. I'm seeing Randall saying, if you want to stop honey from crystallizing, just melt some honeycomb into the bottle. Creates a protective layer. It is easy to break through and remelt. Pretty good. I also know, too, that you can add, I think it's corn syrup to it as well. That'll help. I see Ryan saying above, too. How much would it cost to get you to try freeze-dried pickled herring espresso? Or dehydrated would work, too. How much? If you can find a cocktail that looks nice, I'll try it. Salted matcha powder. Sea salt. Things also smell like fish currently here at the bar with an X. Yeah, if you've got a recipe, feel free to share it. And if I really feel like making it and I've got the resources, I'll do it. I see, it looks like another thing with another voice modulation. Randall saying, Joker from the animated series, the one voiced by Luke Skywalker. Yes, he voice acted the best Joker ever. I don't know if that helps me out, Randall. I don't know what a Joker voice is. But I don't know. What does Luke Skywalker sound like? I don't know. We're working on our redemptions as we continue rebranding from the party thing and whatnot, but I'll keep doing this thing again, as I did previously. To our cocktail shaker, I'm just gonna keep doing this. This is what you pay for. A non-professional doing impressions while trying to make a cocktail. To our cocktail shaker, we're going to add 1.5 ounces of Suntory Toki whiskey. Specifically Japanese whiskey. I happen to have that. So let's go for it. Whoops. Let's try not to break anything, now should we, Batman? Because that would be unfortunate for all of us. 1.5 ounces of Suntory Toki Japanese whiskey. If you don't have that, any Japanese whiskey will work. Let's also do 1 ounce of pomegranate juice. This one has been sitting in my refrigerator for a while, so you get what you came here for. A drink, I suppose. 1 ounce of pomegranate juice. I've spilled a little bit on my stream deck so far. That's why I put the plastic wrap over top of it. Next we need 1/4 ounce of ruby port, or just regular port. I don't have any ruby port right now, so I'm using this one. We're gonna add 1/4 ounce. Not too much, only a little bit. I see Theovara saying, you sound like Mark Hamill's Joker. You're welcome! I can't even freaking tell the difference. Batman! As for any wine products, I'd recommend putting some inert gas on top of it. If you have it, and if you don't, good night, I guess. I don't know, whatever the Joker says. I'm done with that. I should make the character impression things here cheaper, because you don't really get very much from it. I see Annie saying Mark Hamill is Luke Skywalker and the Joker. You're welcome. Sometimes I do that by accident on purpose. In any case, what else do we need in here? I need 1/4 ounce of lemon juice. I'm using some lemon super juice that I made about 1.5 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago. I lose track of time sometimes. 1/4 ounce of lemon juice. And then I need... Oh, I just noticed, you know... I'm seeing here that the recipe... Oh, I see. My kerning was off on my recipe thing. It is 1/2 ounce of honey and green tea salt on the rim. Not honey green tea salt. That was on me. I see Brad saying all your incentives need more hats, Can. Clearly, I will absolutely be upping the price after this. My goodness gracious. Lady Chaos asks, what is lemon super juice? I'm glad you asked, Lady Chaos. By the way, anybody who ever has a question of what the heck the stuff on stream is, please feel free to ask. I'm more than happy to inform you of it. Super juice, as we call it in the mixology world, is a self-stable equivalent to lemon juice or lime juice, or grapefruit juice, or orange juice. It really doesn't matter what citrus that you're using. Basically what you do is you take lemon juice from the lemon, you take the peels of the lemon, you add some acids that would be normally found inside of the juices for lemon juice, like for example, in lemon juice, citric acid, for lime juice, citric acid, and malic acid, and you blend it all together for something that is very, very close to lemon juice, albeit a little bit more astringent, and it has a shelf life that is significantly longer than just lemon juice that you've squeezed and left to sit in your refrigerator or even frozen and de-thawed. These things, I've been using lemon super juice for about a few months, like almost half a year now, and I didn't start noticing a difference in flavor of the lemon super juice versus regular lemon juice until just about like last month or so, when I basically ran out of it and made some new stuff. And I recently made some lime super juice as well, and I am working on a short that'll bring the instructions to that to the forefront if you're curious of that in a manner that is not during a live stream and less than a minute long. So I got you on that. And I need half an ounce of honey. I think what I'm gonna do is, because we have honey here, I want to combine this with water to create a quick honey syrup. Unless, Tony, correct me if otherwise, do you think this would be better? You know what? Actually, we're gonna add the honey in there. We're gonna see what happens. I'm gonna do the cooking by the book as best as I can. We're gonna make it work. We're gonna make it work. I see Ryan saying too that Mark Hamill also played a knight in Nightfall, a series about the Knights Templar. Interesting. I'm a cocktail guy. Not much of a movie or otherwise guy. I only know a very select few movies, shows, and series and stuff, and I tend to talk about them a lot. All right, get in there. I need a half an ounce of honey. Usually I would do a honey syrup, but this recipe calls for honey specifically, so that's what I'm gonna use. And what I'll do is I'll pour it in my glass. It's going. I promise. I promise it is. And then what I'll do as well is I'll take some of my liquid that's currently in my glass. I'm gonna put it back into this measuring majigger so I can get more of the honey back out of it. Maybe not a lot, but a little bit more. Who dat? Theovara for the super chat. Love you, my guy. Thank you. I see Theovara saying, with the super chat, I learned a lot today. Luke is a jokester. Apparently he is. Now what I'll do as well, just to make sure I get all the little bits of honey in there, I'm gonna grab a stirring glass and kind of scrape the honey off the walls of my jigger, and then I'll throw it in after the fact. Usually what I'll do is I'll make a honey syrup, which is equal parts by weight honey and water together, and it just makes it easier to measure, albeit not as sweet, but you can also make a 2-to-1 honey syrup as well, and it works just as well. There we go. There we go. And that's about as much honey as I'm gonna get in there. Stir it around a little bit more, and we'll be all right. And he says he's even in a Kingdom Hearts game. Cam hasn't gotten to that one, though. Mark Hamill's in a Kingdom Hearts game? I didn't know that. That's awesome! That is tasting mighty fine so far, by the way. My goodness, Tony. Okay. We got everything that we need. Let's grab some ice. I don't have Fishy Martinis in my freezer anymore. Very happy about that. Very, very happy. Let's make a cocktail, shall we? We'll put my tall tin on my small tin, give it a small tap, flip it around, give it a shake. Okie doke. Tried to shake that a little bit longer than I usually do, only because I know there's a little bit of honey in there, but the double strain that happens after the fact is going to help catch any of those honey crystals that are still remaining. And let me make sure I got my garnish instructions correct. We run a slice of lemon around the rim of the glass. I used honey instead, and then dip it into green tea salt. I just combined green tea matcha powder and salt together, so I hope that works. And then shake until chilled, double strain into the rim glass. I think that's all we need. Ladies like, gotta really shake up that honey. You do! If we used honey syrup, it would have been a different story. But you gotta do the cooking by the book. Gotta do the cooking by the book. Bring the cocktail angle over. Oh, it seems my phone shut off. That happens sometimes. Did it overheat? Oh, it just closed. There we go. Bring it back. Hello, cocktail angle. Hello, Cameron. That's what the cocktail angle says back to its bartender. Oh, it's upside down. Hold up, chat. Not gonna take you for a ride. I'm not gonna do that to you. There we go. This way. Now are we working? Yeah, there we go. Now we're back. Very cool. I see Randall saying, kind of cool how Mark is iconic on camera, but equally so off camera as well as a voice actor. We were just talking about other famous voice actors or actors and whatnot. Theovara saying, with the $5 super chat, Mark Hamill is legend. Love what he does without knowing. That's broken. Here's a better one. There we go. For Mark Hamill, ladies and gentlemen, and those in between or beyond. Let's move this over here. For a little rimmed glass. There we go. I can actually see, yeah, there's a little bit of... Ooh. Oh, that's actually the decal on my glass. I was like, no way there's hair on my glass. That's just how the glass looks. It just looks like it has hair on it. I've rimmed my glass like this. Pop it down over here. Let's give it a pour. Pop it. Dude, this looks so tasty. I am really looking forward to this. One strainer over top. Let's grab another strainer. And double strain. There we go. That's like so cool looking. My goodness, look at the gradient on that. Woo-hoo-hoo! That looks really good. Wowza. I love that. That looks so good. I cannot wait to try this. Let me just do a little bit of cleanup real quick, so I'm not making a mess in my bar. I'll give this a taste. Woo-hoo-hoo! Wow, that looks really good. That was really, really good. All right, let me get a little thing. There we go. Here, put that on here, because it's wet. Consumption, says Annie. Oh, don't mind if I do. I see Cole saying I made my own artificial honey flavored drink. Doesn't even have any honey. Cheers to that, y'all. So what we have here is a drink called, what is this called? This is the Red Seal Shimoda, a drink that Tony brings from us, from his brother who visited Tokyo once upon a time. I'll sip from the rim then first. Whoa. Oh, there's something cool going on in there. Oh, that's good. The matcha powder hits you so dryly when you take your first sip. Immediately, the sea salt washes over and, like, ushers in the... It's not too tart, the flavor of pomegranate juice. It's a very non-tart pomegranate juice, but it tastes like pomegranate. It's such an interesting combinations of flavors together. Like, the pomegranate juice and the matcha are such an interesting combo. For a moment, I thought there wasn't any flavor in this drink at all. Like, it just hits me as if there's no flavor, and then it's all flavor. Very soon after. It's also very dry, too. Like, I'm almost inclined to take a sip from here, let the salt, like, mingle a bit with the flavors, and then go to the other side. Dude, I don't know what it is. That's absolutely what it is. That's wild. That's so cool. Woo, I almost spilled a little bit. That would be a shame. That's really, really cool. And I love how it's got that nice flavor of matcha and everything else. That's really, really cool. And also, to me, I'm not the biggest fan of, like, sour drinks. That's not that sour. That's well balanced. I love that. Thank you, Tony. What an excellent recipe. I love this. That's good. I'm trying to think, are there any flavors that are lost on me? The ruby port is like, the ruby port flavor, just the port flavor is totally off on me. However, I think it's probably just there as an accent. What did I miss in chat? The fish drink was kind of gross. Yeah. Cole was saying something about talking amongst themselves. Looks really nice. Sure thing. Cole does have good idea. That'd do. Annie's saying, pin the recipe on Twitch for anybody who's wondering what this drink is. Yes, this is called the Red Seal Shimoda, and it's got 1.5 ounces or 44 milliliters of Suntory Toki whiskey, or whatever Japanese whiskey you can get your hands on, 1 ounce or 30 milliliters of pomegranate juice. I'm using Pom Wonderful. We've got 1/4 ounce or 7 milliliters of ruby port if you have it. If not, I'm using this bottle of Taylor port that I had locally available to me. You add 1/4 ounce or 7 milliliters of lemon juice. I used lemon super juice because that's also what I had available to me. And you will add 1/2 ounce or about 15 milliliters of a liquid measurement of honey. Just make sure to get it all in there or swap for a honey syrup. You'll rim your glass with some matcha or green tea powder and salt. Rim it with the lemon juice if you happen to have a rind on hand. I used honey and I thought it worked out really, really well. For a drink that is nice and almost garnet, I'd say like almost an orange garnet in color, and hits you first with this dry saltiness and then ushers in those other flavors of the green tea mingling with very not so tart notes of pomegranate. It's very floral in a way because of that green tea, and the whiskey notes are just letting everything float in a nice boozy kind of way. It's very good. Very, very tasty. Annie also put the recipe on our Discord server. Thank you very much for that. Again, I'm still kind of fleshing out a system where the requests are as automated as they can possibly be. The idea, and if anybody, by the way, has ideas on how this request system should be fleshed out so that, you know, it's a little less time of copying things over and putting it into the Discord and putting it over here and whatnot, feel free to make suggestions about it too, because this is all kind of new to us, especially as our community has been growing a lot over the last like couple of months or so. My idea was there'd be a Twitch redemption, because Twitch redemptions are beautiful. They integrate with every other one of our bots that are running in the background in this Elgato Stream Deck thing. YouTube is a little difficult, but the idea would be that you would put your recipe in there. It would be captured by our chat bot. We would put it in the Discord. We'd put it into the chat. We could even pin it in the chat as well for when I'm ready to get to it, because there might be multiple people all making requests either offline or online. Again, still needs a little bit of working around the edges. But Tony, thank you very much for contributing this cocktail, which I will be sipping on for the rest of the stream. I'm happy with it. In any case, back to Agrabah, the Kingdom Hearts. And I'm happy to have this in my glass more so than the fishy stuff from earlier. Let's continue. Tony saying, glad you liked it. Absolutely. Theovara saying, too, I bet it's better than the fish. I would agree with that. I really would. Of course, Pete is the one that phases through the uvula, the Cave of Wonders. We're not the only one after the treasure. I see Brad saying too, mentioning to our YouTube friends that sometimes the mods will nudge your ideas into the correct channels just so to make sure that we don't lose anything lost in translation, which I personally am greatly appreciative for. I was actually doing some reading, y'all, and this might be applicable to the mods as well. I just recently got an Elgato Stream Deck, and it was a gift from my mods to me and the Bar with an X. And there seem to be a lot of like automation things on there, and I feel like I have a potential idea of how to get the YouTube chat to be able to use the chat bot just like the Twitch chat is with the power of Elgato, but it still relies on certain YouTube API stuff working in the background. It might require a bit of work, but we do have at least 3 strong programmers on our team here at the Bar with an X and Mods with an X, with an X community. And I feel like we can make it happen. There must be a way. There must be a way. Like, I know that Nightbot works on YouTube, and I think so does Moobot. And if I need Nightbot just to be my bitch on my YouTube side, just to pass everything to Twitch, I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll echo Lady Chaos's word, too, that just like you may be a chatty Cathy, I'm also rather chatty as well, especially here on the streams. I'm a little bit less chatty when it comes to the offline channels, but that's mostly because I'm doing a lot of work behind the scenes and offline to continue bringing these beautiful, beautiful streams to you. Which is why I'm always greatly appreciative for everybody who pops in, everybody who donates, or literally just sits around and says nothing. Lurker Appreciation Day is every single day. I see Ryan saying, it's a little disruptive to the stream, but you can easily set up a process on your website to post the cocktail request in Discord, Twitch, and YouTube simultaneously. There you go. See? Webhooks. Beautiful, beautiful webhooks. JavaScript running in the background. I was just doing some deep diving into the YouTube API, and I know that you can basically make requests and get which lives are currently on. And if the live is on, we get a video ID. If we have a video ID, we can post in chat as a user if we have the right permissions and stuff set up, and it can send it to all the platforms. We have so many resources. I see Ryan saying too, we just need to fill out a form. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think the best way to do it with the online portion, if everybody had to go to the website, which obviously, you know, it drives traffic to the website, which is good for SEO and stuff. But all of the ingredients should be there for you right there. And I think the idea would be, too, is you could basically create your cocktail request using the ingredients are listed on the website. If the ingredient is not listed on the website, you can't make the request. It'll just, error out or something. But it really depends on, what's easiest for the user. I could totally see a bunch of different implementations for this, and I'm of the mindset that we try to make it as easy for the end user as possible, as natural for them as possible. So ideally, it would be like a redemption on Twitch, because Twitch is already used to that. It could be a super chat enabled thing on YouTube, because YouTube is familiar with that, and it would automatically pull from the YouTube stream or the Twitch stream up to wherever it needs to be, and then distribute them automatically so that it's as easy for the user to be able to make the requests. Because you think it's disruptive and chaotic now? If we continue to grow the way that we have been growing, it's just gonna get even worse. And I feel like we need to plan for that. Gut feeling. That's the beauty of running an online bar, so to speak. I see Brad saying, not a terrible idea with the APIs. I think the bot API we use now could go across all the streams, potentially. YouTube isn't really set up for being a live streaming platform yet. They got a ton of ideas and know enough JavaScript and Python to maybe pseudocode, so Abe and Cam can do the needful stuff. Indeed. I usually use the power of ChatGPT to help me out with my JavaScript stuff, because I'm not a JavaScript coder. I'm a Java coder. I'm a Python coder. I'm a scripting coder. I would not consider myself to be a JavaScript coder. Not yet, at least. I'm learning a lot, though. From all the tips and whatnot that I've gotten along the way from ChatGPT to build the website which we have now, which was solely developed by myself and ChatGPT, by the way. I'd say I've learned a lot. I see Ryan echoing his words from Monday, saying, I'll build a proof of concept in the demo for you with a drag and drop cocktail recipe for it. Dude, Ryan, you're a man, dude. You're a man, dude. I always love seeing the creative ways that the community members wind up giving back to the stream in their own unique ways. It was actually, so the Discord server didn't exist up until I had a community member of mine set it up for me, which was awesome. When he said, yo, I'll set up your Discord server for you, I was like, no way. It was so kind of him. There's a CameroxnWithAnX Reddit, which was set up by another community member of ours. Also, I have no idea how to kill these guys. This is annoying. This is very annoying. Cure myself. There we go. Heal. I need to get them over here, dude. Or fight them. I need to get behind them. I need to get behind them. There we go. Now I'm behind. Smack them from behind. That's how they do it. I see a redemption. Work that body. Cat cows. Let's get it going. You're trying to screw me up. I know what you're trying to do. I know what you're trying to do. Oh, that was a fist pound. Did not expect that to happen. Okay, now I see standing push-ups. I can also cat cow and also standing push-ups at the same time. I will not feed her child. Her child will starve. The child being the death counter. Designed for and contributed to by our moderator, Annie. Annie, not with an X, by the way. Let me make that perfectly clear. It's kind of working, though. There we go. I see that my death counter is back. Annie's child. Annie says child abuse is not a joke, can't. Hey, hold up a second. Hold up a second. That just means that you have to stop referring to the death counter as a child, so I don't make abuse jokes anymore. To make it perfectly clear for everybody watching the stream right now, the death counter is Annie's child. And if I don't die, the counter does not get fed, which means the child doesn't get fed, which is child abuse, which we don't support here at the Bar with an X. Touch button, a jewel floats above. Smack it. Okay. That ain't working. Examine! It looks like something might fit into a pedestal hole. Like a gem of magical power. Oh, Abu, what are you doing? Brad asks, why am I starving the baby cam? Because the baby actively goes against my goals as a gamer. Ooh, boss time? Oh, multiple boss times? The cave attacks! Cole saying, Cam, that's like locking Greg up in the glass box. You just can't leave them there to starve. Oh, I most certainly can. And I most certainly will. Oh, it's a way. Oh, I see. Go, Abu! Go, Abu! A push, jump. It works. Go, Abu! Go! No, don't hurt him. Don't hurt him. Jump, Abu! This is very chaotic. Go! Push, jump! Let him go! Let him cook! No, Abu, go! Go! Just hit him. Go, Abu! Go forth! Yes! Set the jewel. That was quite the clusterfuck. Poor baby Abu, says Annie. As I'm sipping through this cocktail a bit more, it tastes vaguely reminiscent of like a candy I know, and I'm trying to remember what that candy is. It's certainly not as sweet. Those salt notes are like, they're doing me dirty. I think if I did this another time, I'd take the salt and I'd powderize it. I'd make it a lot smaller and have a better mix of the matcha powder and the salt. And come to think of it too, I know, Tony, if you're still out there, it wasn't matcha powder, it was green tea powder. Does matcha powder count, or did they mean something that's a little less fine? Because this is a very fine matcha powder. It's almost like consuming dust. In a way. I see Brad and Ryan, and partially myself in my head, considering the implications of coding things, especially with proprietary code. More specifically, somebody else's API. Not a fan. As my day job, which is technically my side hustle, I'm a radio for an RF Bluetooth developer, and having to integrate with other people's proprietary Bluetooth protocols, which, by the way, mostly easily reverse engineerable, might I add, it's sometimes a bother. And I think I went the wrong way. This is where I'm supposed to go. Cole says, Cam, you could interact with one of the statues. Yeah, nothing happens. I did that, but nothing happened. Did I check the other side? Its power must be depleted. There's also many more statues behind it. I just noticed how many statues there are. Spooky. Very spooky indeed. And Brad, you are one of my favorite idea people I know. Translate. Complete your task within the time allotted. Activate! How do you deplete the power? Is it a puzzle? Ooh, electricity! It might be a puzzle. Oh my god, what's going on here? It could be a puzzle. Wait, I'll go back. I will feed the counter and I will go back. Oop, hello there. Ooh, I see you. Yeah, dude. Yeah! Brad's like, maybe it's not a puzzle at all. I see Lady Chaos saying that Google says green tea salt is made with matcha and finely ground salt. There we go! I was very close. I just had granulated salt. And I mean, the way that I would make powderized salt is I would put the salt in the blender, and then I'd use a fine mesh strainer to make sure I only get the fine bits out of it. Which technically, I could have done, because I do have a blender. His name is Blen, and I do have fine tea strainers. Yeah. Annie reminds me that if I die real quick, we'll be able to get back really fast. Yeah, you're right. It's true. But your death counter is supposed to start. I mean, the death counter, to be honest, like, you couldn't point at the death counter and say, oh my god, the death counter is starving! No, it's not. It's got a number 16 on it. Over dramatic much? I want to fight you in the air. I really want to fight you in the air. I would really like to fight you within the air. Oh, no! no, I missed it. Oh. Brad says, did you know that most finely ground salt is made from black mold? Hold up, I'm gonna need to check on that. I'm gonna need to check on that one. I don't know about that. I know citric acid is. And I can also finely grind citric acid if I wanted to, but I don't know why I would. Then it'd be very similar to the malic acid I have, which is already finely ground and powderized. Annie reminds me, too, that these feedings are not recent. Well, you know what, Annie? I guess if you want to convince me that the death counter is starving, then we'll have to develop a way for the death counter to appear malnourished as time goes on. I'll leave that to the mod idea squad to figure out. Examine. This statue seems to praise those who pass the test. Is that me? Are they all praising me? Are they all? Ah, yes! It appears that I passed the test! What's the test, you may ask? Victor of the trial, you possess great strength. Thank you so much. Woo! I'm strong. I was talking to my partner earlier, where she reminded me that I haven't worked out in a while, so... Strong is a relative term. Go back up for the statue puzzle? Oh, I plan to. I just gotta figure out how to get back up. Oh, there's an ad running. Back to the bar. Chill out for a little while. The glowing floor spot. Oh, okay, that's helpful. Thank you, Annie. Back to the bar with the next, where I feel contractually obligated to tell you that we appreciate anybody who's currently sitting around for the ads that are occurring mid-roll. That means within the roll being the stream right here on the Twitch side. What you are doing is helping out the bar with the next by removing pre-rolls. What is a pre-roll? Well, if you use the context clues from earlier, if a mid-roll happens in between, a pre-roll happens before. And pre-rolls are the things that happen saying consumption. I see that there, Brad. I see that there. Basically, if we run mid-rolls on Twitch, we don't have pre-rolls to allow people to just pop into the stream and not have to sit through ads. And personally, I wouldn't want to pop into a stream and spend 3.5 minutes watching an ad with a streamer that I don't even know. So, there we go. I see Tony saying pre-rolls are from dispensaries. That's fair. My mid-rolls are the things that I do here at the bar. I see Theovara saying, I tried joining Discord, but I have to go through a process, and plus, I'm tipsy, so that's going to have to wait. No worries, Theovara. You take your time with that. We would love to have you. It's also not a requirement at all. It just kind of, it's the one place where I have so far made it a point to give the most up-to-date updates for the community, like feature updates and things that I tell other people of things that are happening like on the stream. Like what I add in the Discord is like a list of... It's like a list of cocktails that I plan on doing for the cocktail showcases, when those cocktail showcases are going to be. There's sub-only channels, which if you're a member on the YouTube channel or you're a sub on the Twitch channel, you also have access to. Just the one place where I feel like I'm comfortable enough to be sharing everything there. And we're a growing community. We actually just hit 100 users in the Discord server the other day, which I never thought that we would be able to get, because at the very beginning of the year, we only had 40 members. So I don't know what the heck that we've been doing, but apparently, whatever we're doing is working. So thank you if you joined the Discord. Thank you for sitting in here now. If you're watching that, thank you just for everything that you're doing. And even if you don't think that you've done anything at all, the fact that you're here at all listening to these words, whether you're after the fact, during the VOD, or here during the live stream, you have my most heartfelt appreciation for visiting the bar of the next. It's fun stuff. I see Cole saying fungi can get connected to sea salt. Cool. Also, that was a solid joke there, y'all. Brad saying, sorry, Ryan, and being a dork and referring to how black mold creates citric acid. Ah, it's true, it's true. We did do that research. Actually, it was really funny. During the charity stream, somebody popped in and said, oh, yo, like, black mold makes citric acid. And we were like, ban that guy. And the entire table of mods over here, we had Annie and Brad and Lil Abe and Disney Queen and Lycos Lore. All of them at the table were all like, maybe they're right. And they were. Oddly enough. Oddly enough. It's a true fact. I see Cole saying, welcome everybody back from the Twitch side. I got a message from Cole saying, fungi likely make their way into sea salts during their production from seawater or during storage and packing. Sea salt production starts with seawater trapped in outdoor ponds called salterns. As the seawater evaporates, salt crystals form and are scraped up from the ponds and dried. Fungi may retain from microbes that live in the salterns, or their pores may fall in from air over weeks of evaporation. Remember, the next time that you have sea salt, break open the individual granules and check to see if there's a mushroom in there. You'll thank us at the bar with an X next time. Anyways, go up. Save? Cool. Up! Examine. Examine. Next stop, up. Warp. Cool. Let's light up the puzzle. That's a very good point. One of these has to turn on, so I'll just use my electro powers. Nothing happens. Nothing happens. Ah, but instead, I can thunder. I can thunder. Okay. Its power must be depleted. Maybe what I have to do is I have to power the other one. Right? Thunder? All right, y'all are gaslighting me. I'm moving on. Ryan says, quick question, Cam. Would you be wanting to use the website for e-commerce at a later date? Maybe. I keep myself open to the possibility of e-commerce. I don't yet have any products, but I can foresee myself having something. Also, translate. Activate it. I want to get that sticker. I'm ready for round 2. Can I just, like, jump? Oh, there's a barrier. Yeah, of course I can't just jump. Incredible. I actually have had this thought, like, as I'm thinking about, like, the future of, like, the community and the stream and whatnot, of what type of products I would want to sell. I honestly have no idea. At the very least, I'd love to have a cocktail book. And honestly, it'd be cool to get that published. But I feel like, for the most part, just, like, a very cheap, like, PDF. Just so you have it in, like, readable form. Like, it's one of those live PDFs that I keep seeing out there for $3 or like $5. You get like a PDF copy that gets updates emailed to you, and it's every single thing that is on the website, except it's cleaner, more easily indexable in the form of a book, and I guess you could get printout copies. I feel like if I updated it though, I'd feel bad doing physical copies because it would just have an update the next time you see it, and that just feels counterintuitive. It just feels like scammy of me. But in terms of what I'd sell, I have no idea. Honestly, I'm more of a person to figure out what the community wants and then go for it from there. I've considered making non-alcoholic spirits or like tinctures and stuff, but I don't know what the legality of that is. Research for a future. I see Brad saying Twitch affiliates YT, YouTube, whatever the equivalents are, have weird rules versus Twitch partners, YouTube partner equivalents. It's true. It's odd. Theavara saying too, I found your channel on accident, but I guess this accident was the best thing because I can relate. It's honestly, like, I think the beauty of the internet is that you can— No! Ah, damn it. Curse you, Crown! I'm not doing this again. I will not be doing that again. What was I saying? Yeah, like, the serendipity of the internet can actually be pretty cool. Actually, one of the most vocal members that I think that I can say almost reliably is Cole Menez. And I know you might still be out there, Cole. I think you have likely been one of the most active members of our community relative to the amount of time that you've been here that I have ever seen over the 4 years that I have been streaming. Thank you for that. Truly an MVP. But I was like, sometimes that just happens. And the bigger the community gets and the better I get at content, the more likely those opportunities will happen. So I'm really thankful for it. Theavara, I'm thankful that you're here. Cole, I'm thankful that you're here. To all the mods out there as well who, at least in one case, have either rediscovered me as a person or just discovered me as a person. I'm glad that the internet was able to bring us all together. Y'all are like one of my favorite things to do during the week, so thanks. Annie's saying too, I don't know what the statue thing actually was. The internet doesn't have an answer either. Just gaslighting all of us, I guess. I see Brad say we're gonna get Cole kicked out of the space that Cole lives in. We just make him laugh too hard. It's too noisy. I see Ryan saying you can get set up as a cottage kitchen, so to speak, which would allow you to sell non-alcoholic drinks after an approval from the city for the business license and an inspection from the health department.
There, that one should do it.
Interesting. Interesting. That's kind of cool. That reminds me of the concept of a ghost kitchen, where, like, I guess, like, you would cook food on behalf of other kitchens or restaurants in the area, and I guess if you did it out of your home...
Valuable. Great. Now let's go get that lamp.
I have absolutely no idea what CameroxnWithAnX will be one day, the bar with an X will be one day, or the with an X community will be one day, but I hope to goodness that it puts some good into the world. So long as I'm still living and breathing.
Hey, snap out of it, Donald.
Donald, you good, bud? Oh, the silent chuckle from Pete. What a bunch of idiots! Here come the Heartless. The biggest Heartless of all! I see Cole saying, too, that complaint from your RA was the first complaint that you've ever gotten. I guess we'll just try to be less funny around here. My apologies, Cole. I'll try not to do it again, he says sarcastically. I see Lady Chaos saying, your live streams have popped up on my YouTube shorts over the past few months. I finally just decided to stay the other week, and now I try to stop in for a few minutes each stream. I say thank you for that, Lady Chaos. Whether you pop in chat and say nothing, I love my lurkers. Whether you pop in chat and say something, I like the folks who are infrequent chatters or even small chatters, or whether you pop in here and you literally never shut up. Thank you for increasing the analytics of the stream. Y'all are welcome here anytime in whatever capacity that you were able to give. Even if you're here for a brief second, or you're passing through, no matter what your capacity is for the bar with the next we'll be always happy to have you. We're a very open space. We try to consider ourselves very safe as well, and welcoming to anybody, no matter what your train of thought is, no matter what your personality is, whatever your orientation is. So long as you're, I guess, not a murderer. Unless you murder raw fish, in which case I like sushi too. Or I also like the concept of preparing sushi. That is also something that I enjoy. I'm going from behind. Hit number. Oh, I see the fire. I see the fire. I must jump. I see the fire. I must jump. I can defeat you. I can defeat you before you. No, I was hoping to defeat you before you. Oh my god. Huh. Oh my gosh. I see Cole saying, people say I'm too kind for my own good because I give those who really don't deserve it second chances. Cole, without going into too many details, I am very similar a type of person. And at least in my years of living, almost, technically speaking, almost 30 years on this earth, when you round up, I've been taken advantage of many, many times. And I hope to goodness that you have not been taken advantage as many times as I have, Cole. And if you have been, hopefully you learn from those occasions. I would say learn from those mistakes, but we're all just living the best life that we can, y'all.
Hello?
It's not necessarily a mistake. Even if it was totally your fault. And you did it unintentionally. Sometimes it's just a happy little accident, to quote Bob Ross.
This lamp is going to bring me riches.
I think something was struggling behind that door. Let's go check it out!
Oh, no, you don't know.
And Theovara, I see your thank you there. You have my most heartfelt welcomes. Ryan saying too, completing, like, trying to complete the story here. Based off of Cole's message, seems like he got back with an X drama. Chaos, Lady Chaos saying, Bob Ross, the first ASM artist. I've never heard that articulation before, lady. I love that. ASM artist. ASM artist. Get it? That's smart. I love that articulation. Ooh, can I do one for bartending? Bartist. That's all I got. Mixology doesn't have an R in it. Twitch tendertist. Nah, I don't know. All right, let's go into the peddler shop. I think this is where I was at. Agraba! In the peddler shop. Pop a little save in here. Where's the keyhole, Mickey? Also, did I get any new materials? Serenity Stone for completing the collection. Cool. I've learned to synthesize more new items. Yay. I would like to create a garnish ring back together. With a bright shard, I guess. Because that sounds cool. Synthesize! Excellent. I would also like to do a mithril ring with a bright shard. Synthesize! I'm seeing Cole out here with the choice words for getting that X out of here. A liar, a cheater, as soon as you found out and you grew a bit and you're just left without saying anything. Dude, sometimes we just gotta put the people behind us. Especially some of the people who we have to put behind us who are still trying to get back into our lives. I respect it. I respect it. I see Annie saying, Cam, do you like Agrabah in Kingdom Hearts 1 or Kingdom Hearts 2 more? I haven't seen a giant shirtless Genie Jafar yet. So I'm thinking Kingdom Hearts 1. That battle was pretty hot. And not just because there was a bunch of lava. I'm seeing ladies saying mix artist. A mixologist. A mixologist. A mixologist. Like I'm mixing up things that specifically cause anaphylactic shock in some people. Which can be true depending on the ingredients. Annie says, I think you'll be happy with Agrabah Kingdom Hearts 2 very soon. Oh, Annie. Don't tease me like that. I'm not supposed to get this excited on stream. Let me calm myself down for a second. I'm ready. Oh, man. Annie says, chill, dude. It's hard to do so when there's lava beneath the surface of the earth, like many, many, many miles down. Know what I'm saying? Ooh! Lady Chaos, perfectionist. Like that. That's a good one. That's a good one. I'm writing that one down. I'm not just a mixologist. I'm a perfectionist. That's good. I like that one, lady. That's a really good one. Ooh, man. I will say that technically I'm not a perfectionist because there is no such thing as a perfect cocktail in my opinion. I don't think there's ever such a thing as a perfect drink unless it is perfect to the person. Some might say that there is a perfect way of making a Manhattan, and in that case you'd be correct because a perfect Manhattan is a specific drink where you split the difference of the sweet vermouth between dry vermouth and sweet vermouth. But there is no perfect Manhattan because there are varieties in the type of whiskeys that you use and the sweet vermouths that you use and the dry vermouths that you use. I will fight you. But I won't fight the weary warlord who's just popped into chat because you're a warlord and I'd surely lose that battle. Any of you felt sick after the VR stream? Actually, I was doing pretty good after the fact. Directly afterwards, like when I went back upstairs and closed out for the night, I was woozy. But by the next day, I felt pretty good. Have you ever gotten sick from one of the VR games, Weary? Because I imagine if anybody would know, it would be you. Cole saying, Cameron, you are not a perfectionist. I've seen some of the stuff that's been made. Hey, dog. Might be perfect to me. You're perfect in my eyes. Sips sensually, trying not to think about giant shirtless gin. And he reminds us that there was a coal catastrophe last week, so I don't think you're a perfectionist either. Also, I have no idea where the hell I'm supposed to be going. Something was happening behind a door. Not in the bazaar. Not in the bazaar. Warlord saying that you once got sick playing Kayak VR Mirage. Lady Chaos saying Gorilla Tag makes you nauseous. I think the thing that got me the most nauseous, let me think about it. What was the most nauseating? I think it was Rogue Pinata's VR-mageddon that got me the most nauseous at first because it was my first time doing VR in a while. Because it's been a while since I've done VR. And I think the last time I did any VR stuff was actually at my Lycos Lore's house, where we were playing Beat Saber, I think. That was so fun. I loved Beat Saber. I would love to do more VR streams. That was so fun.
Thank you.
Cole recollecting that his catastrophe was actually pretty successful. Almost everyone liked it. It just didn't look pretty. Hey, you know what? They say that you must feast with your eyes first if you have the gift of sight. And I mean, there's definitely somebody out there who looked at that and was like,
No
Oh, yes.
I win.
Go ahead, rub it. Rub the lamp. Classic. Wow. Warlord saying that kayak VR Mirage, no VR legs, lots of movement, equals a lot of nausea. 'Cause I feel like if you have no legs in the world and you can't see them, like there's nothing to ground yourself with. Like quite literally ground yourself. Wild. Lady Chaos saying Beat Saber is so much fun. I always think I look cool while playing, but that's not the truth. That's one of the reasons that I would love to do more VR content on this stream, because I want to look at myself playing VR to see how not cool I actually look.
Just wait till Jafar.
As of right now, I don't actually own a MetaQuest 3. I was using mine on loan from Lil Abe. And also, I don't know how I would talk to Twitch chat if I had a VR headset on, because I couldn't see Twitch chat at all. I see Cole say, oh, it's the genie, look at him! Welcome home, bud. It's really good to have you back. Would you like a fanfare? Here's a fanfare for you.
Oh, you princely little muffin, you! Cosmic travel can get so lonely without a friend. You think I
This thing's not working.
forlorn and genieless? Oh, the humanity!
Genie?
It's good to have you back, bud.
Oh, of course. What am I saying?
What a wacky
You're
character.
living at the palace now.
I love this guy.
Jasmine.
What a guy. I see Theovara saying, how about pour me more as opposed to perfectionist?
Wait, tell
Chance?
me, am I being a pest? Just a big blue
Warlord
pest?
saying VR legs is a term used to describe VR immunity built over time like sea legs. Oh, I see, like getting your sea legs, scurvy dog. I'm learning.
I'll teach you to make a fool out
Annie's
of
saying
me.
too, I was the voice of chat that night. That's true. And also pointing out that the genie's got the bracelet cuffs. But like,
Time for Plan B.
that means that he's still enslaved, right?
Right now.
Genie is hilarious. I echo Michael's words there. Oh, it's time for Heartless, right? Oh, look at you! Oh, look at you! It's beautiful big O Heartless number ice and beautiful big O Heartless number fire. Fire gun? Fire gun? Fire gun? Can I gun the fire? It's like Twin Rova from The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. It's exactly like Twin Rova. Oh, don't die. No, thank you. I gotta undo my guys over here. Oh, get him out. Can I just fire them? Oh, I have no magic. Oh, that's great. I have no magic. That's awesome. Didn't think that was happening. Oh, there's a... Oh, hi there. Wow. Hello there. Oh, we broke apart. That's wild. Interesting. I see Cole saying, I've always wanted to try VR. The Walking Dead game looks really fun, and I want to try it. I also know that there's a bunch of games that I've played before that apparently has VR support, and I want to play a game that I'm already familiar with VR support. Oh, I tried to whack him, but it didn't work. Oh, hi there. Hello. Right up on me. Let's Valor! Let's get him good! Smack him all the way around. Blizzagun! It's a Blizzagun! Nice. I don't know if that worked, but... You seem to be a little bit less large than you were previously. I don't really know. Oh, fire gun. It didn't... Yeah, there it is. Nice. Smack him real good. I see Annie saying too. By the way, I'm sure Lily would love to help do more VR streams. Just gotta find a good time for it. Oh, yeah? Lily, not just because you're one of my mods. I might be in your DMs. Or I might be in the mod channel, talking to you specifically. For a variety of different reasons. One, because I think you're cool. Second, because I heard through the grapevine that you're trying to learn some mixology. And I know just the guy. And it's definitely not me, because that would be egotistical, and I'm definitely not that during these streams. And he says, Cam, you're like the only man that could slide into his DMs. I'll take that as a compliment. I think it's a natural ability of mine. Thank you, Mom and Dad. And Grandpa 1 and Grandpa 2. And Grandma 1 and Grandma 2. And Great-Grandpa number 1, 2, 3, and 4. And, you know, the other ones and stuff. Lil Abe's not watching, by the way, says Annie, allegedly. But I Annie Toya, oh God, Annie Toya would love any mixology gift ideas for Abe. if he doesn't have Barfly Mixology brand stuff. Barfly Mixology, excellent brand for stuff. I don't actually have any of them, and the shaker that I use here doesn't actually have a brand on it, but I can send the Amazon link if you bother me for it. I like one of my shakers. I don't like any of the others. I like 2 of my jiggers. I don't like any of the other ones. My recommendation is if you have the means to afford it, don't skimp on your barware, or else some of your, I'm trying to find one over here. One of these is okay. Oh, here we go. One of these measuring majiggers, like the point here is not even properly welded together, so this will eventually snap at some point. My metal straws that I have are currently flaking because they have cheap plastic like glazing over top of them, and it gets into my drinks because I decided to buy cheaply. The same thing is applying to some of the shakers that I bought like in bulk. Honestly, you can get away with 1 really good shaker, 1 really good jigger, maybe like 2 bar spoons, if you want to be nice. Not the ones that are cheaply plated, because my bar spoons are flaking on me as well, and that also gets cheap pieces of plastic in my drink. And if you don't already have, like, glassware, just to feel fancy for it, you don't need it. It's not a requirement, but, you know. Annie says Barfly's a good brand now? Yeah, and if you're looking for glassware, I've seen recommendations for Whisky. V-I-S-K-I, not sponsored. But I want to say, one of the, I want to say this Leopold jigger here is Barfly brand, but I don't see a label on it, so about, oh, no, there it says, there we go. Hold up a second. It says it right in the center. This is a Barfly jigger. I love this guy. I really, really like this. Back when I was still figuring out what equipment to get, when I was still building up the bar with an X, I bought, I bought a small jigger from like a local shop that I was at while I was visiting some family, and I noticed that on one side, first of all, this is also flaking because it's a cheap piece of metal. It said on one side 25 milliliters, and on the other side 50 milliliters, and I realized that this one is actually in metric. Whereas this one is in standard, I guess. This is 30 milliliters and 59 milliliters, or about 60 milliliters, 2 ounces and 1 ounce, versus 25 milliliters, which is about an ounce, if you round up, and 50 milliliters, which is even farther away than 2 ounces on the other side. So the choice that you have matters. So long as you remain consistent with your ratios, it doesn't really matter whether you're measuring in metric, standard, a base unit of 25 milliliters or 30 milliliters. It doesn't really matter, so long as you just remain consistent with what you're working with. And some of them don't have measures for 1/4 of an ounce, but this Barfly one that I have does. This is the only jigger that I have that has a marking for 1/4 of an ounce. Everything else I just have to guesstimate. Anyways. I see Cole talking about Walking Dead Saints and Sinners is the name of the VR game, and the Arizona Sunshine games look really fun as well. Diego says, I promise! You won't regret giving me another chance! Honest!
Princess Jasmine, you sure you want that pigeon in the coop?
Oh, I think Iago's shown that he means well.
Sure, you're probably right. And how much trouble can one nosy boy cause? You just might have a point there, kid. I don't know who said that.
What happens next, Sora?
Well, it was great seeing you all, but I've got a keyhole to close.
We still need to find Riku and the King. I guess we'll be moving on.
I hope you find him.
Me too.
I don't know. He ran out toward town, looking for Abu. But he should be back by now.
Al can't miss Sora's big farewell party. I'll have him back in a jiffy.
And something happens. I see Annie saying, fingers crossed that Abe won't watch this VOD.
Catch him!
Abe, if you're listening right now in the post-VOD, I didn't say any of that. I don't mean it. No gifts for you. None of them. Well, at least we got the gemstone back.
He must have secretly stolen it from the Cave of Wonders.
Yeah, tell him, buddy. Bad monkey. Bad monkey.
I guess some things are just hard to resist.
Look into its eyes, Donald. See whether or not the gem stares back at you. Yeah, classic alley-oop there, Mr. Duck.
Oh, is it the keyhole? It's the keyhole. I see Catalina saying hi. Hi. It's time to undo a keyhole. Yeah. And I haven't died a single time this stream, chat. We're doing great. I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for it. Sneaky monkey there. I'll get you, Michael. Another keyhole sealed. And yet another door locked.
Sora?
Metaphorically
What
speaking
is it?
or something.
I think it's time for us to go.
Sorry, Aladdin. I gotta bounce. Bounce on your best boys, magic
We will.
carpet.
I promise.
Adios. Or maybe be back again another time. I don't know. I got the lamp charm. With the help of 2 friends, use the summon command to call forth Genie for a helping hand. Oh, cool! I got Genie and Chicken Little. My 2 favorite Disney characters. I think at least one of them is my favorite. Maybe. Maybe. Pluto, buddy, how you doing? What city are you in? Axel. I do have it memorized, by the way. I do. Cole's like, when will I see you again? I think that's how the song goes. Or something. Oh, Pluto, don't go into the black massy void! Ooh. I don't think that dog is surviving.
Maybe waiting isn't good enough.
And maybe your hair looks
My
good.
thoughts exactly. If you have a dream, don't wait. Act.
God?
One of life's little rules.
Oh, no, it's just Axel.
Memorized.
Classic Owl City.
Who are you?
Axel. I happen to be an acquaintance of Sora's. Why don't we go see?
This is what Kyrie's thinking right now. And also Pluto? Who's a good boy? Who's a very good... watch out, good boy. Watch out, good boy. You haven't been completely encompassed by the void just yet. Is that also Axel? Well, who is it? Pluto's like, come on! I wasn't completely crushed by the void, so you won't
You and I
either!
both miss someone we care about.
Wild.
Hey, I feel like we're
Cole says,
friends
I was thinking of the
already.
one from Charlie Faye. No! Only Owl City!
You're not acting very friendly.
Only Owl City from this point forward, Cole. Got it memorized? OWL City. It's just like Axel, but with only one
Hey,
letter
what is
in
this
common.
place?
Oh god, that doesn't look very... Okay. I've been told not to go towards the light, but there's a bunch of slightly phallic symbols all circulating around, which must mean that there's nobody here! Clearly.
Huh?
Yep, that's the nobody I was talking about that was here. I'm not funny.
You okay?
I found you. Kyrie, welcome back to the land of the living. It's good to have you.
You and that dog came flying out of a hole in the wall.
Wouldn't be the first time I've seen a
nearly
dog
gave
and a
us
lady
heart
flying out of a hole in the wall. Know what I'm saying, chat? Don't high five that. It's rude. I hope that the lady and the dog are okay. Both in my example and in this example. Alright, chat. So, it is Twilight Town indeed. I was trying to have a conversation with my chat, but apparently you get the stage now, don't you, Chippendale? Alright, go for it.
Yep, I can see it. It's back again.
Yeah, Twilight's back. Who knew? It comes back like every single day, dude. It was bound to come back again. So, this is my thoughts, chat. Halloween Town on one end, Twilight Town on another. Or at least allegedly. Wait, is that Twilight Town? Wait a minute, no it isn't. Oh, wait. Oh, there's Twilight Town. What is over here? That looks like, is that Tarzan again? No, wait a minute, I recognize that. I recognize that. That's from... Is that the Lion King? Is the Pride Lands in this game? I didn't know that the Pride Lands were in this game. No freaking way! Did I forget that? Cool. But I had a plan. This is what I'm thinking, chat. It's about 11 o'clock. Get a little late around here. I think that we go to Halloween Town next, aka Christmas Village or Christmas Town or whatever it is. We'll do a holiday-themed beverage, much in stark contrast to the fishy libation that we started this day off with. Maybe we'll have more fish drinks. Excuse me. All right, we're good now. Maybe we'll do more fish drinks when we go back to Atlantica, if we ever go back to Atlantica. In any case. So that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking we're gonna go to Halloween Town. This is my choice. We're gonna go to Halloween Town, aka Christmas time, and then we're gonna get the magnet. We can go back to Atlantica, do another chapter. We'll do a holiday-themed beverage at the bar with an X in prep for the holiday season, which is upon us. And then we'll do whatever else the plot wants us to do. And I'm feeling good with that. I'm seeing Cole saying you should also get magnet from completing Halloween Town. That's what I'm thinking. Lady Chaos saying, Simba, everything the light touches is our kingdom. Including that fully stocked bar over there. To the bar with an X! And then, I guess in the meantime, I'll try thinking of a Simba-themed cocktail. You know, not as a means to entice everybody to, you know, come join our Discord or anything, but we did just set up a new channel there. It's one of those forum channels where it's kind of like Reddit, where we have a little topic and everybody gets to contribute on it. Anybody can open up a thread there, and sometimes I'll open up threads with projects that I'm working on with the community. Sometimes we'll have things for the games that we're playing or otherwise to try to get some gears turned, and especially because the Bar with the X doesn't function without ideas from literally everybody around here, and you can be a part of it. So what I was thinking was, if you've got ideas, because I know that there are people out there who are much more familiar with the Kingdom Hearts games than I am, the way that I usually do things are as such. Depending on where we're going to go in the game, depends on what drink I'm going to try to do before we get to that point in the game. This evening, we started with Atlantica. I did fishy drinks. On Monday, I did... what did I do on Monday? I don't remember, but we went to the Colosseum, and I did a drink from one of my books, Nectar of the Gods, which is all about like Greek mythology heroes and gods and whatnot. So I did a recipe from that. I'm totally cool with the idea of there being a discussion in the Discord about like, hey, yo, Cam is about to go to the Lion King area. I've got lion-themed drinks. And the only reason I say that is because I'm having a hard time thinking of lion-themed drinks, aside from pride drinks, which would just mean drinks with a bunch of colors on it, which are notoriously difficult layered shots. But as a means to try to entice you to get closer to our community and join us over there, you could be a part of the fun too. I'm seeing Lady Chaos saying, Simba's Sunrise. That's a good one. That's also very in tune with the Lion King universe. I'll also add too, if you have a recipe for this Simba Sunrise, that would help us out greatly. Because I normally don't do my own original recipes during the pre-game segments of the game, at least not the way that I have things functioning right now. That could change as the Bar with an X gets a little bit bigger in the future and I get more time on my hands to do what I do best and do what I love, which is create drinks, mix lives. No. Mix drinks and change lives. That's what I like to do. And yes, that is a reference to Valhalla. But in any case, that's the last time I'll be trying to entice you all with anything off-platform. And if you want to just make a request on stream, it's not completely fleshed out yet, but I've got an inventory up on my website where you can see what bottles I got. And if you're the kind of person who's just like, nah, I don't need another Discord server, I'm gonna stay here on YouTube or Twitch where I'm happy at. Cool. No problem. My one request is that you do you, regardless of what other people are pressuring you to do. And so long as you can commit that for yourself, I think we'll be good. But naturally, we'd love to have you. Cole saying, I think it was the oldies. What is that in reference to? Like Simba's Sunrise? Because that's all I got. And I really am. I am getting total Sonic the Hedgehog vibes from the music here. And it's very Starlight Carnival theme from Sonic Colors. Oh, Cole saying, oh, the drink that we oh, I remember. I know now. Thank you for the jogging my memory. Cole saying, on Monday, we went to Timeless River, the black and white world in Kingdom Hearts 2, and I made a monochrome margarita, which is a margarita without any color in it. I made a monocolored drink. I like to get my inspiration. I'm seeing Lady Chaos here for a Simba Sunrise recipe. An ounce and a half or 44 milliliters of vodka, 3 ounces of mango juice or about 88 milliliters of mango juice, an ounce or 30 milliliters of pineapple juice, half an ounce or 15 milliliters of grenadine, a splash of soda water, garnished with an orange slice and a maraschino cherry, as opposed to a tequila sunrise, which would have the grenadine, the OJ, and the tequila. This is vodka instead of the tequila, mango juice instead of the orange juice, and I guess instead of the, you got the grenadine in there, but instead of just the orange juice, we've got mango juice and pineapple juice in there. Because of the grenadine, so it's not mixed in, it creates a sunrise effect. Oh yeah, I'm familiar with the layering effect of the sunrise. That's a tasty one. So it definitely won't be, I don't think we'll be getting to that on Monday. But hey, if you got suggestions, if you're on the Twitch side, and you would like to help out Lady Chaos, because Lady Chaos is on the YouTube side, if you put that into !suggest, it'll send a message to the Discord, so I get a message, and technically all of us, to see what the suggestion is. Or if you're the kind of person who's like, I'll do it myself, don't let me stop you. So apparently I've gotten blueprints. Cool. And I've got a teeny limit. Oh, a teeny limit upgrade? I wonder if that's in relation to how many teeny ships that I can have at any particular time, because that sounds super cool. Excellent. Annie, I appreciate you putting in that suggestion on behalf of Lady Chaos. Cole saying Greg can get more guns. Oh, is that what it is? Like, hold on, I want to check this. I want to check. All right, nah, I don't really want to. I want to go to bed. That's what I want to do. I got plans this weekend, or rather, this week. I got things I got to do, and I want to go to bed. Cole says maybe. I don't actually know. That's okay. We'll figure it out together. Jack is back, and we're going to Christmas Town. Jack, you look great in Kingdom Hearts 2. My goodness. You child starver. Maybe. Maybe. I have button presses that correspond to the calendar now. Halloween Town. No, Andy. No. I'm not dying yet. I'm not dying. Not this time. He's like, well, I have a keyboard. I'll let you have it. I love this. Donald, who are you looking at? Oh, you were not, in fact, breaking the fourth wall. Incredible. I thought. That wasn't that scary.
Zero.
The last time I was that scared was when my wife was sitting in the corner of the room perfectly quiet and I didn't even hear her, and then she said, hey, and I was like, and actually that was caught on camera. So, chat, this is where I'm going to try to leave things because I want to try to find a save point, but I haven't found a save point just yet, so I got to find the save point. Where's the save point at? Where does this go? Where does this go? Zero knows where to go. Where's the save point, dog? And when I say dog, I'm just saying that, like, in general, not specifically talking to the dead dog Zero. Examine. Gates chained shut. And I got a treasure chest. Lady Chaos saying, The Lion King and Nightmare Before Christmas were my 2 favorite Disney movies as a child. Oh, yeah! That's cool! Now that you're an adult, Encanto has worked its way into your favorites. I think my favorite Disney movie of all time is Coco. Because Coco completely changed the way that I viewed life as a whole. That whole idea of, like, when you die a second time in the afterlife, when everybody who lives forgets who you are, that changed my outlook on life. And because of how profound an effect it had on my psyche, Coco is my favorite Disney movie.
What's that for?
It's Santa time. I would say it's very good. Ryan saying, wait, Nightmare Before Christmas was Disney? And now you know. Michael saying that your favorite is The Lion King. We've all got our favorites around here. There's no Coco World, though. I feel like a Cocoa
Sora,
World would be
Donald, and Goofy.
beautiful.
Welcome back.
I've got my hopes for Kingdom Hearts 4.
Christmas.
And he's saying seasonally appropriate world for December. It's almost like,
Happy Halloween?
could it be possible that I had planned for Halloween Town story to happen in October near Halloween, and for Christmas Town story to happen conveniently close to Christmas?
But I need Santa Claus blessing, so I'm off to Christmas
No,
Town.
probably just a coincidence.
Sandy Claus?
Santa
I
Claus?
think he means Santa Claus.
Yeah, he's getting close, dude. He's getting close.
Aren't these decorations wonderful?
I see Theovara in with the $4.99 super chat saying, "Good night, diamonds and gems, until sunrise again. Let the moon dim your eyes until the sunrise again."
Working on something no self-respecting Santa Claus can
Theovara,
do
that was
without.
beautiful.
Come along, I'll
Oh my
show you.
gosh. That was straight up poetic.
Halloween Town Christmas.
Dude, like that super chat. My goodness. Everybody, please like that super chat. That was beautiful. Oh my god.
Want to go check it out?
Wow, thank you, Theovara. and if the actually you mentioned the sun and the moon. It doesn't matter. You mentioned them all. Beautiful. Oh my gosh. I see Annie saying this level of planning is beyond the scope of our abilities, Cam. Maybe. And Ryan saying, does that mean the Corpse Bride is Disney too? I know it was Tim Burton, but I don't think Corpse Bride was Disney. Alexa, did Disney make the Corpse Bride?
According to an Alexa Answers contributor, no, the Corpse Bride is
No,
not a Disney
the
movie.
Corpse Bride is not a Disney movie. It was produced by Warner Brothers. If that makes it any more clear for us.
Hello,
Apparently
Doctor.
not.
Where's Sally?
Both, I think, produced or like inspired by or had the work of Tim Burton, I'm pretty sure. He does real good with that stuff.
Hey, this is way too heavy.
Then put it down.
Let's toss it.
No, don't toss it. Just put it down gently.
You do.
Gently now.
You'll be sorry. Now bring it over here.
I mean, you could ask nicely there. Dr. Finkelstein. Oh! Alright. Oh no! You broke reality! Did you? You just blew up reality. Completely different. Oh well. That's just how experiments go. And that right, Lock, Shock, and Barrel.
Imbeciles.
Crazy
Now
kids.
The experiment is ruined.
Now here's the question, y'all. If I put on my Jack Skellington makeup for Halloween Town when we did it in, I think it was Rechain of Memories.
I'm sorry.
Do I put on the Santa Claus outfit for Christmas Town?
Oh. Well.
Maybe I'll put a little
that's all
rosy
right.
cheeks
Just
action
as
in
long
it.
as it's ready for Christmas.
And a Santa hat.
But Jack.
I don't think I have a Santa Claus outfit.
Best be off.
I could just
gotta go
shove
get
pillows
Santa
underneath
Claus
my... Actually, can I shove pillows underneath my vest? Would that
See you
work?
again.
Hold on, I'm curious.
Goodbye for now.
I'm curious. I'm gonna take a pillow.
Go get Santa Claus.
Bring back the Santa Claus, put him in a bag.
I'm afraid something terrible will happen if Jack goes through with this.
Putting this underneath my... Santa Claus.
Sora?
Oh, there's cutscene happening. Don't miss the cutscene. Don't miss the cutscene.
Are those strange-looking fellows in the town square with you?
No, we didn't do it. I didn't do it.
What
Don't mind me,
fellows?
just stuffing a pillow in my...
You know, the ones who wanted to spoil
Shirt.
Halloween and Christmas? What are they called?
It's getting there,
again?
chat.
Heartless?
I could be Santa
They're
Claus.
Definitely not with us.
Or at least whatever
But
close
Donald, Goofy,
approximate
and
I can
get
have.
ready for you, and then we can go see Santa.
Annie's saying use the shirt sleeve pillow. Ooh, I can make my own Santa Claus.
But first, the Heartless.
I see Cole saying, then I can relive the past and ask you a completely off-topic question, because that's when Cole and I met for the first time. Our party members have switched. Great, can I save the game now? I'll keep Jack with me if you let me save. Save world map. There we go. That's all I got. Check it out, y'all. I've got a belly now. And there's nothing wrong with it. I'm beautiful just the way I am, but I am having a little bit of trouble giving my... There we go. Hold up a second. There we go. Just gotta pull my shirt down a little bit. Excuse me, chat. I'm adjusting myself here. Ha-ha! Anyway, that's the end of the stream, by the way. So, bye. Just kidding. That's as far as we're getting this evening.
Thank you, everybody, so much for joining me until the pomegranate matcha end. If that's even a way to describe the end of a cocktail stream. Let's call it a portly end, because I'm looking rather portly, all things considered. Still beautiful, mind you that. Lady Chaos echoing the words that, oh, you might just look pregnant, too. You know what? Santa Claus can be pregnant. It's 2024. It's almost 2025. We don't judge people for shit like that. Cole says he doesn't fit in the box. Jack exceeded the confines of the selection menu. Yep, he's just too tall. Too damn tall. Anyway, let me take this pillow out of my... Oh, actually, this pillow said fa-la-la-la on it. That's incredible. Get out of here. That's incredible. Have a phenomenal evening. I'll echo Lady Chaos's words right back out to everybody. Have a phenomenal evening, everyone out there. If the sun is shining where you are, may you have a phenomenal rest of your morning, evening, dawn, twilight, or otherwise. I look forward to seeing you all next week on Monday at the normal time, 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here, exactly where you're watching, to be back at the bar with the next for, I'm thinking a holiday-themed cocktail, because we are, at least from what I understand, getting to Christmas Town, only because when we played the previous in like versions of Halloween Town, I didn't see anything mentioning of Christmas. I saw Christmas Village on the icon in the Gummy World. I see currently right now a Christmas house in the icon for Halloween Town in the game. So I'm thinking that we got a little festive stuff happening on here. I want to remind everybody that speaking of things that are Festmas, I'm actually working on a bottle of spiced rum right in time for the holidays. I will not be streaming from the bar with an X on Christmas Day, but I will be doing a stream at our normal time to make sure that at the very least we get a chance to say hi to each other on a holiday that is very important to a lot of people. I'm currently getting suggestions from our Discord server on what else to put in this bottle of currently just dark rum, so we can make a sort of Xmas 2024 spiced rum together. If you have any suggestions for it, I invite you to pop into our Discord server and join the, I think it's Community Hub with an X channel, where there is a thread already prepped for suggestions. We've got suggestions for Sorrel right now from Cole, and I believe Star Anise and Cinnamon so far from our mod and community member Annie. But that's the last time I'll bother you with that for this evening. Thank you everybody so much for watching. I'll see you all on Monday when we get back for some festive activities. But until then, y'all, bye!